the air, online, covering the Treasure Coast. Get connected with the Get Up and Go show. And now here's your host, Evan and Bonnie.
.607, Get Up and Go show. It's a Thursday edition. Yours truly, Evan and Bonnie and Phil and Fredo and Bentley and the Fat Cat. Yeah,
the Fat Cat.
Fat Cat. Yeah, the kitty, the Fat Kitty.
Yeah,
I thought it was Big Kitty.
Big Kitty.
It is Big Kitty. He would take kindly to Fat Cat.
Big Kitty.
Big Kitty, yeah.
All right, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Well, Bonnie named the cat, so.
Yeah. So you named it Big Kitty, Bonnie?
Yeah.
All
And
right.
we hear he's a really big calico, kind of pretty kind of boy. Big and rough and fluffy.
Nothing like a big furry
That
kitty.
Bentley.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
he does.
Definitely so. Good morning, Fredo. How are you, sir?
Doing good, Evans. How you doing?
Oh, we're doing good. Thanks for having the band play this morning. I appreciate it. I personally went out and got breakfast for the band. I came in a little extra early. I cooked it, put the spread out. I made sure to have bacon, sausage, eggs, grits, butter, gravy for the sausage, or for the biscuits. I've got you some coffee. There's some orange juice, some tea, ice water. So, I really loaded you guys up this morning.
Yeah, man. Thanks for doing it. Appreciate it.
Hope you enjoy it. Have you had a chance to indulge in breakfast yet?
Yes, we did. It was good, man. It was good.
Good. And the boys in the band, they had some breakfast also?
Yeah, Mikey D was complaining about the eggs, though. He said they were a little runny.
Runny. If they're running, tell them to go catch them.
Hey-o.
Yep, there you go. That's my thought.
Sounds like you brought a whole breakfast buffet in for the clan.
Well,
Evan.
did you see it, Bonnie, when you walked in the door?
It smells wonderful.
We got a VIP coming in studio today, so
Yeah.
I've got to impress.
Yeah.
Megan
McRoberts?
Yeah, Megan McRoberts from News Channel 5 is going to be here at 8 o'clock.
Wow. It's
So
been
she's
a...
gonna be
the
here
whole
for the
hour.
whole 8 to 9 hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole 8 to 9 o'clock hour. Randy Siegel is not going to be joining us today with his space report, so I could make as much room for Megan. And Bonnie, I hate to tell you this, but sharpen your pencil skills.
Okay.
Because Megan asked me, she said, I want to grade Bonnie on her news presentation.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, okay, then
Wow.
that's fine.
Well,
I'm like, you can grade all you want. Just give her the report card when you're done.
Well, Megan might kind of see a mess in the studio, like where I have all of these papers
Well,
around.
that's all right. We
but-
don't have a teleprompter like they
Yeah.
do.
I have to let
Yeah.
her know, too, that it's an organized mess. Even though it looks like a mess, to me, it's not really one. Because
Well, it's not a mess.
Yeah.
It's not a mess. You're doing a radio broadcast and you have all your papers
Mhm.
scattered all over the place, and you just need to be able to reach them accordingly. But she did say she's going to grade you on a scale of 1 to 10
Oh, boy.
on your presentation. She's going to grade you on a scale of 1 to 10 on your
Wow.
delivery. She's going to grade you on a scale of 1 to 10 on the visual, and she's going to grade you on a scale of 1 to 10 on organization.
Okay. I guess I'm
No pressure.
a little nervous. Point,
No
but
pressure.
And how you dive off the diving board?
Yes,
too.
exactly.
Yeah.
So there's no pressure this morning, Bonnie, okay?
I would be better diving
you
off
to know that.
a diving board if we actually had a diving board in the
Yeah.
studio.
Mhm.
I would like to ask Megan, what's the trend, what the transition is. I know she does reporting,
Mhm.
and seriously, sometimes I often wonder if some of the girls and guys out reporting would rather be the anchor behind the desk or vice
Or
versa.
be out in the field.
Yeah.
Well,
she
you'll have
has
a chance.
She has anchored for them a few times on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
She
seen them
has.
where they kind of switch places, and the weekend girls will all of a sudden be reporting all week and then go to that weekend anchor desk.
It's not too hard to read a television prompter.
It'd be-
And that's all they really do is they read a prompter, a little in fluctuations,
yeah.
a little, highs and lows, and fix your cup there so it
I know,
doesn't
I'm
fall. There
trying
we
to.
go.
Now I got a question about that.
Okay.
Should when they are the anchors,
Mhm.
shouldn't they not be called reporters at that point? They should be called news readers.
Well, no, they should be. It's either a news anchor or a reporter. So
Because all they're
it's-
doing is reading the news.
Well, this
at
is
that
true.
point.
This
Well,
is true.
You know, I actually,
But
you
they're
guys,
holding the desk down, so it's an anchor.
Yeah, I wouldn't knock it down to being a news reader, because now when we say this,
That
and-
means Bonnie's the news reader.
well, I can say that, look, I'm just not a news reader, where I have tons of years of experience behind me for this.
Mhm.
So I'm therefore not reading the news, and where if there's look like they're sitting at a desk just reading, you have to look at all of the experience behind their belts and how they probably could cover it better than your typical news reader.
Yeah,
like
they bring you
if
the
things
cold
change.
facts.
Yeah.
Cold hard facts is what news people do.
And they really like do some digging too.
Whether they're a news reader, news reporter, news anchor, news this, news that, news everywhere, they just bring you the cold hard facts. I can say
Yeah.
this much: it's not fake news, as somebody else calls it.
Right.
We don't want, but don't get me started on that, please.
Oh, good gosh. Actually, WPTV, one of their reporters, it was a gentleman, had been out to the beach a few weeks ago when I was hanging out there just after.
Is it Blind
here.
Creek Beach?
It wasn't. It was the
Okay, just want to make sure.
Turtle Nest Beach.
Oh, that was the other one. Okay, Turtle Nest.
And
Okay.
they were doing an interview with the lifeguards, of the older lifeguards, how they are taking young boys and girls and kind of teaching them how to be lifeguards for up and coming. And they did this as like kind of a news story.
Oh.
And I was just sitting with my little lawn chair and towel, right yonder. I was
Mhm.
I was just beneath their line of fire with being seen.
Oh.
And then I had
So did you make it on TV? Did you get your 5 seconds of fame?
I didn't, and I didn't run in front of that camera
Oh,
either.
you should have.
No, I'm wearing a swimsuit that's at least 5 years old, Evan.
That's all right. My wife wears one that's 10 years old. So don't,
It's okay. He's wearing underwear that's at least 15.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Definitely so. Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, I guess.
You ring, sir.
Yes, Bentley. Could you please do me a favor? Would you tidy the studio up today? We have a VIP guest coming in. It's Megan McRoberts from News Channel 5. She's going to be joining us in the 8:00 hour. So I want to make sure that everything is dusted off, wiped down, everything is cleansed and sanitized properly. So when Megan walks in, she's comfortable. I mean, after all, she is a news diva. So, she's probably one of the best news divas that are out there.
Be my pleasure, sir.
Thank you, Bentley. I appreciate that.
And Bentley, if you do this, it will be all because of you that she went out and gave us a nice report.
Yeah. Well, not me. Reported. She's grading you today, Bonnie, not me.
Good gosh.
Yeah, I don't deliver the news. I just deliver the stupid stuff.
Talk about feeling like being put under fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
But you're going to
Wait,
be fine. That's
yeah.
perfectly fine, Bonnie. You're going to do fine. I have all the faith in the world in you. I think you're going to get a 10, if you ask me.
you know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering too, Evan, will somebody go down in the 5-second rule today?
Oh, I don't know. Don't give it away.
Oh.
Yeah, don't give it away who's playing
Okay.
against her. And by the way, it's not you, Phil. It's somebody else.
I know.
Yeah, it's somebody else that everybody knows. And Megan knows who it is too.
Yeah.
But we're not going to give it away. So you'll have to tune in just a little after 8:00.
It's someone from Channel 12 News.
No, don't say that.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be way cool though. They all kind of know each other anyway.
Yeah.
So, but no, that's going to happen around 8:45.
It's going to be Michael
morning.
Williams.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that if I could get Mike Williams up at 8:00 in the morning, that would be great. He's probably fast asleep.
And I have
So-
a special, came from the home office, Megan McRoberts top 10 list today.
Oh, no,
good.
you're kidding me.
No.
What? You serious?
I am very serious.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
They
This is
came
gonna
late last night.
Oh, this is
I
gonna
was
be
almost in bed.
interesting.
FedEx
Okay.
came and dropped it off. So
Oh,
it's,
wow.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Now I just got goosebumps on that. Seriously, Bonnie, look.
I see them.
I got goosebumps on that one. Wow.
You got to be careful with it, Phil, because Evan and I both are in close range of Miss McRoberts.
Yeah, she could backhand us if she's
Yeah.
not happy.
Well, it's nothing mean.
Okay.
It's never vicious, the top 10.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I know that.
Unless it's Evan.
Okay.
so.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you kind of throw in a stab about Art Magazine as well.
I was going to say, with Megan here, don't bring anything up about AARP
Yeah,
today.
please don't bring nothing up about art today with Megan here.
Evan has to look good for her.
Yeah, I gotta look
understand,
good.
yeah.
You know, I mean, I wore my bright orange shirt, my matching hat, my gray shorts, my gray tennis shoes. So I'm all color coordinated
You're gonna
today.
love that.
Yeah, well, I got my Mets colors on.
Yeah, they look good. The shirt is clean.
Maybe I should call.
They're clean.
Maybe I
right?
should call my daughter and have her stand guard at the door. We do need a little security here with Megan McRoberts.
Yeah, we might need that.
Yeah.
I even did some research on her last night.
Did you really? I couldn't
Yes, I
find
did.
jack squat about her on the internet.
It's on her. It's on the WPTV website.
Yeah, well, I went fishing around other places because I wanted to see, more about her, like, if what she does, her likes, dislikes. I know she went to college, like in Alabama or something like that.
She's a native of West Palm. She has a dog.
Oh, well, gee, maybe we could put the dog with Big Kitty.
Yeah, Big Kitty. Yeah.
Okay.
And then what do you call it? It was a few things like that. Her stuff, like going camping and all that. You
Well,
know.
go figure. She's a reporter.
She likes long walks on the beach.
Does she really? Where did you find this information at?
It's on WPTV's website.
No, are you serious?
Yes.
Mhm.
Hey, look.
Okay.
Here, I'll bring it up and I'll read it to you. How's that?
All right, sure. Go ahead.
I'm surprised
All right.
that we don't have some of those
Wow.
little articles.
I feel
on
like this is
everything about us.
Match.com.
Yeah.
We're trying to fix her up with somebody. Wow.
Oh, hold on.
No,
that's
you
her
know what? Don't
Facebook
give
page.
it. Don't
Hold
give
on.
it away. Don't give it away. Wait till she's here and I do the
Here we go.
welcome and I'll introduce you to her on the radio and then I'll say, Phil, I know you've got some interesting facts about Megan McRoberts. Tell us if you would please. And then what I'll do is I'll hit this music.
Megan McRoberts was born in West Palm Beach. and
Yeah, there you
excited to
go.
be back
Yeah,
in beautiful
exactly.
South Florida.
Yeah, there you
covering
go.
The Treasure Coast.
Yeah, there you go.
But
There
Phil's
you
got
go.
to be ready for the question, like, Phil, where did you get your sources?
Yeah.
I mean, what if she comes out with that?
Yeah, she's gonna
You gotta
want to know where you got your info from.
From her website. That's what's great about
All
it.
right. Well, I just want to make sure, I just don't want no punches pulled because you remember something. She's going to work after this, and for all we know,
Oh,
she could do a piece on us this morning.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, just like trash us.
oh, she plays the guitar.
Oh, does she really?
Oh, how
Yeah.
neat.
Oh, darn!
Yeah.
I should text her and ask her to bring her guitar in.
It
Yeah.
says Megan enjoys playing the guitar, singing, spending time outdoors.
Oh no,
Taking
we
her
gotta. Now there we go. It's karaoke Thursday with Megan McRoberts.
Her lovable dog to the beach.
Wow.
Oh. Does
Okay.
it say if she plays lead guitar or bass or
And it just
any
says
kind of
guitar.
preference? Yeah.
And she likes to sing.
Yeah.
Really? So
Yeah.
she has a hidden
And it
talent.
says relaxing with friends and
Nice.
family and cheering on the Crimson Tide. Roll.
Oh, okay.
I
All
did
right.
not know she could
now she's
sing.
my official enemy on that.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm a Gator guy. So
All right.
Oh, okay. So
Wow,
you'll
this is
buy
going to
in
be
for-
interesting.
Yeah.
If we could get Megan to sing on the radio, that would be awesome.
You see it. You said you did want to see what makes her tick, and
Yeah.
maybe that it might be the singing. that
Yeah,
she-
I did say
Yeah.
I want to find out what makes this girl tick, and man, if singing makes her tick, wow, that's amazing. I bet she could sing a wicked Joan Jett. I love rock and roll. Could you imagine? She
Joan
starts,
Jett.
and then she starts like waving her head around, and the long hair starts flying all over the place. And,
she does have some really long
you know,
hair
and
too,
then
doesn't
she just
she?
breaks out into a rock and roll mode, and I could see her doing "I Love Rock and Roll" by Joan Jett or a song by Scandal, "Goodbye to You."
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
or
she'd probably sing that as she's walking out of here.
or "The Tide Is High" by Blondie.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe we could make some requests for Megan,
Yeah.
and maybe she would sing them all.
Then again, maybe I could also picture her doing her version of Madonna
Oh yeah.
and doing
Ah.
and doing Borderline or something.
You know what I
like
watched
that.
the other day? I watched Dick Tracy the other day.
Really?
And Madonna's in it.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't
wow.
remember that? She's
No.
like the blonde bombshell in it.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
with who played Dick Tracy now? I can't remember his
No,
name
who
now.
was on first?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Wasn't she in the movie too about something about Suddenly Susan or
Yeah, Suddenly Susan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
And then she did Avita and all that.
Avita, I heard she up for award for that one too. Like I think she
guess.
did.
She wasn't that
I've
great of
never
an
seen
actress.
it, but I heard she did a really good job.
Okay, boy,
But
time
she did Die
flies.
Another Day. The
Time
James
is
Bond
flying
movie.
this morning. 6:21. Got to hop on over to the. Bonnie's standing by with the headlines. Take it away, Bonnie.
Thank you, Evan. New coronavirus cases and fatalities continue to mount in Florida. More than 10,000 new cases were reported yesterday, along with 112 deaths. The state is still pushing ahead with efforts to reopen public schools next month.
Being in front of a great classroom teacher in that room with the interaction between the peers is absolutely the best learning environment for a student. So we want to maximize that to as much to the extent possible, given the circumstances.
But Education Commissioner Richard Corcoran says it should be up to parents whether their kids return to a traditional classroom or continue distance learning. Parents now have added time to decide if they're ready to send their children back on campus. The original deadline was set to expire Wednesday night. It has now been pushed back to July. WPTV's Derek Lowe has more.
One mother we spoke with says her daughter will be going to school virtually from home and that there's just too much uncertainty right now. It's one option that families here now have more time to decide.
The school's only so big in size. The classes are, really overcrowded. How are you going to separate it like that?
Rhonda White says returning to school on August 10th is her 7th grade daughter, Lauren, but that not everyone can afford to stay home with their kids.
It's a very tough decision to make because, what about the ones with kindergartners or first graders that you can't leave them for an hour? The parents have to go to work. What about the single moms that have to leave the house? Like, what do you do with them?
The deadline for St. Lucie County students to decide whether or not to participate in traditional school 5 days a week was set to expire Wednesday night.
Right now, 75% of our parents want to come back.
Superintendent Wayne Gent says they pushed it back to July 20th to give families more time.
Just want to make sure that our parents know that this second option is nothing like what it looked like last year, because sometimes you may have seen your teacher, maybe not. Attendance could have been, sporadic sometimes. This is going to be a traditional school schedule, except that you're at home doing it.
The superintendent says there will likely be assigned seating on school buses and that the windows will be down to increase ventilation. He says that students will be required to wear masks both on the bus and at school. Reporting in St. Lucie County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV News Channel 5.
Blood donation centers are experiencing a huge surge in demand for plasma. This as hospitals see more patients admitted with COVID-19. WPTV's Michelle Casada has this.
Debbie McMillan donated plasma for the second time since she beat COVID-19.
What I'm donating today actually is going to a longtime high school friend's father.
In March, she said she spent 3 days in the hospital and then quarantined at home for another 14. Through the organization Heal as One, recently formed by Paul LaRoche, whose brother, Dr. Vladimir LaRoche, spent more than 80 days in the hospital fighting COVID, Debbie learned her plasma was needed.
The demand is increasing. We have to increase the supply.
Jeannie Shoib of Lake Worth is so grateful to Heal as One, which helped her sister-in-law get plasma, even though she passed away this week.
She did get the plasma, but unfortunately she had a massive stroke. I guess blood clots are the...
One Blood says it's collecting plasma 7 days a week, but supply is still not meeting the demand.
There is no end in sight right now of this virus. So therefore, the demand for convalescent plasma remains.
Paul says he will continue to help families find donors for family members and urges anyone who wants to learn if they are eligible to contact info@healasone.org.
They have liquid gold running through their veins that they literally have the power in their hands to maybe potentially give somebody the gift of life.
Michelle Casada, WPTV News Channel 5.
And let's look at sports. Have you ever wondered how much some of Major League Baseball's biggest legends like Babe Ruth, Cy Young, Hank Aaron would be ranking in if they were playing today? Some researchers did, and rather than simply multiplying for inflation, they compared the old schoolers to a similar current player and then projecting a salary based on how their stats and productivity stacked up. Well, Babe Ruth's salary in 1930 at $80,000, when compared to Mookie Betts, he would be making $44.4 million in 2020? And how about Willie Mays? Willie Mays, 1969 at $135,000 for his salary. When compared to Mike Trout, he'd be making $33.8 million today. Our news time is 6:26, and weather and traffic together are next.
$6:27 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Expect a nice ride on this Thursday morning. Traffic looking fine throughout the entire Treasure Coast right now. And there's your latest look at traffic. It is 76 right here in Stewart. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, some patchy fog and coastal rainfall are possible, as well as having a light breeze along the coast. This afternoon, partly sunny, hot, and breezy with high temperatures around 90 degrees and winds out of the east. Rainfall chances will decrease along the coast and increase inland throughout the afternoon, with isolated to scattered showers and a few thunderstorms possible. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the biggest little radio show on the biggest little planet, the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie.
$6:30 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Fredo's here. And of course, Phil and Bentley, our concierge butler. And God only knows where Big Kitty is. Why am I talking about this stupid cat? I don't know.
You have a special feeling for that cat by now,
I don't know.
Evan. the cat's kind of gotten, close to you in thought with body and soul.
Oh, God, please don't start. Getting nauseated. Hey, if you're just tuning in, the one and only Megan McRoberts from News Channel 5 is going to be here this morning on the program. She'll be Black Hour giving us a little bit of her take on the news, possibly, or she'll actually be grading Bonnie this morning.
I don't know. But it's going to be fun talking with her once again.
Sure it is. Sure it is. Good morning. You're on the air. Who's this?
Well.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Well.
Here we go.
Well.
It's starting early. We have located Big Kitty.
Big Kitty has an ego.
I'm just going to let you have a conversation with Big Kitty.
I don't know if I should now.
Go right on ahead.
We start talking about Big Kitty right away, and he has such an ego about him that he.
Yeah. He has to get his 2 cents in.
Big Kitty, are you like Evan's biggest fan?
Well.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Great. It's nice. I have a fan.
Yeah.
It's a cat.
I told you that kitty's
Fan
warming
with
up.
4 legs. Okay. All right.
Big Kitty, did somebody clean your litter box today?
Well.
No, nobody's cleaned the cat's litter box.
Man, well.
Wait a minute. I can take care of that right away. Hold on for a second.
Yeah, you got to clean that litter box.
Yeah, hold on 1 second here.
You're going to ask Bentley?
Yes, Bentley. I need you. Let's see how this is possible. Bentley, I need you to clean the cat's litter box for me, please.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm not going next to that kitty cat. No, sir.
Yeah.
We had the cat declawed late yesterday.
No, sir. I refuse. That cat beats me up. I don't like that cat.
That kitty really clawed you up last time, didn't he, Bentley?
Kitty, could you please do me a favor? Do not hurt Bentley. Let the cat clean the litter box.
Well.
Okay. Big Kitty, I'm going to put you on hold a minute because we have another call coming in. So hold on. All right. God only knows who this is. Hi, you're on the morning show. Who's this? Great. Great. Okay.
So, I got a cow now calling.
What the heck is going on? I got a chicken. Wow. What is going on with this show?
It's sounding like a good morning for a tractor ride.
Man.
Out in the barnyard.
This show has gone to the farm. I'm hanging up. Oh my God, this is just too much. I can't deal with this. It's early in the morning.
I wonder if the cow was wearing its moo-moo so early.
Oh, that was a good one, Bonnie. All right, let's do some viral videos. Wow. A cow,
cow and a chicken and a cat now.
I have no idea what the heck is going on.
Somebody's been smoking something around here.
Wow. Boy, ever since we
litter.
mentioned Megan McRoberts is going to be here in the 8 o'clock hour, the show is just taking a whole turn.
Great. We got someone classy showing up on the show, and here it's going to the animals here. That's real great.
All right. Well, a kayaker in North Carolina has a frighteningly close call with an alligator. He was on a swamp in North Carolina, filmed himself having a dangerous encounter with an alligator, and he's paddling along when the gator suddenly emerges from the water and rams the kayak when it turns over.
Wow.
Yeah.
How scary this is.
Yeah, listen to this. Okay, this is him in the water. Okay, he's paddling along. Okay. You can hear the paddle going into the water. He's going along. He's got his GoPro camera.
Yeah. Did you see the alligator in this video?
Yeah, I did.
I don't know if I was able to spot it, however.
There it was.
There it is. There it is. Sure, I just saw it.
Yeah.
I just saw it now, Evan.
It's going to happen here in a minute. It happens like at the 51-second mark.
It's a pretty big gator.
Yeah.
It went right alongside its kayak.
Yeah.
That would be, I would just be shaking.
Yeah, here it comes. Ready. You're going to hear it here in a second. 3, 2, 1. Right there.
Tips it right over.
Yeah, he went in the water and everything. Kind of freaked out a little bit.
That would be wicked scary.
Yeah, I'd be scared too.
You know, coming up above that surface, and then you don't even know where that gator is.
Yeah, definitely, definitely so.
Oh, this is
wow.
That's a creepy one.
All right. There's also another video that's going around. It's from it's kind of like they're classifying it as Throwback Thursday, where a woman speaks after getting struck by lightning. Yeah, she spoke after getting struck by lightning.
A Boise, Idaho woman is considered a medical miracle. Laura Esterman was struck by lightning nearly a month ago, and she was considered officially dead. Thankfully, CPR from her mom revived her heart, but she laid in a coma for 2 weeks, and then she defied all odds and woke up.
Yeah.
Wow.
I should buy
There was a problem with that tape. She doesn't really sound like that. She doesn't remember.
Well, so much for that.
She's
Did
possessed.
you like that?
She's possessed. She's struck by lightning.
Yeah. All right, finally, one more video. The Madcap Adventures of a Couple with an Air Horn. This is one of those videos that keeps topping itself. It starts with a woman surprising her husband by blowing an air horn at him when he comes through the door, and he screams like a little girl, and she loves it. Then it cuts to the payback. While she's watering the lawn, he sneaks up behind her, and he blows the air horn. Let's listen in. Scream like a little girl. That's her laughing. All right, so now he's getting ready to walk up to her. And that's her screaming, and he's and she chased him with a water hose, and he face planted in the yard. Yeah.
It's nice to see this couple like that having fun instead of like out there bickering at one another or something.
Oh, I would get shot if I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. We have another call right now. Let's go to the phones. God only knows who this is going to be. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie and the whole crew here this morning. Who's this?
Well, hey guys, how do you like the pets coming in?
Oh, so it's the old man down the road. Wow. Okay. He's outside my house.
Okay.
By the way, he's in his Winnebago. The Winnebago is parked outside of my house.
Did you all sleep out there?
Sleep out there.
A little camp out.
No. What'd you say, old man?
I said, this is what you get. I get the farm animals to call in because you had Kai and your dog there chased me around the backyard.
Well, that's what happens when you come in the backyard. That's what a canine does. The canine is trained to keep strangers out of the yard. And you went in the backyard, so you got what you deserve. So don't go in my backyard anymore.
And Phil, Fredo, and Bentley, you better be good to this nice young lady. Edna said she has a switch for you if you're not.
What is a switch?
What is a switch?
You don't know what a switch is?
No.
Yeah, that's right. You're from up north. Switch is where a parent takes and takes a switch off the tree like a stick and whips you with it.
Yeah. Well, excuse me.
Never heard of that.
You never heard that? Really?
I don't want Edna to switch me.
No.
Yeah, you guys aren't cultured like we are.
Is that like that's got to be northern eastern culture, right? I never heard
that's
that.
South. That's the South.
It's southern.
Pardon me, but that's funky culture, as far as I'm concerned. So, did you sleep good in my front yard last night in your Winnebago?
Yeah, it's really nice out here, and I already had to go inside and do the dishes because somebody left a mess in the sink.
Oh, I'm sorry. I left my cup in the sink. I appreciate that.
Evan might not have wanted that revealed.
No,
man.
Well, what can I say?
What
I
was
was
in the
gonna
cup?
do it. It was just I drank milk. I'm sorry. No, I
come
drank
on.
orange juice. I had a bowl of cereal
Come on.
for dinner last
What
night.
was with that orange
I bet it
juice?
was
That's the
beer.
question.
No, I don't drink. You guys know
Vodka
that.
and orange juice.
No, I had a
Yeah.
bowl of Cocoa Puffs last night for dinner.
Quit joshing us.
I did, and along with the Cocoa
Cocoa
Puffs.
Puffs?
Yeah, Cocoa Puffs. I love Cocoa Puffs.
Are you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
Yes,
Is
I
that
am.
what it is?
I had Cocoa Puffs for dinner and a big tall glass of orange juice
Ooh,
and about a
yeah.
pound of sugar in my Cocoa Puffs.
And they make your milk all chocolatey. Yeah.
Old Phil is like the good old Fruit Loops, though.
Yeah, he has.
You got that right.
Fruit
Now they got Fruit
Loop.
Loops with marshmallows in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really
the
good.
Swiss Miss
All right.
marshmallows,
Well,
right?
old man, what's on your
Yep.
agenda for today? What are you going to be doing today, old man? Since you're
Well-
going to be staying at my house for a couple of days out front.
Change his diaper.
Yeah, that depends. Anyway,
And we're depending on it.
Yeah.
Evan and Rachel are.
yeah, please.
Bonnie, Bonnie better be good because you're getting graded today. The teacher's watching.
Oh, wow. See, even the old man knows.
Man, you're
Okay.
making me all.
Clean up that mess. Better clean up that mess you have on that table right
Yeah, yeah. It's an organized mess. Keep that in mind. It doesn't look like it is, but it is to me. Organized.
there. Don't forget to get your brush out and comb your hair down before she gets there.
Wow, he's giving all the secrets away.
Wow.
Oh, my. Wow.
Wow, all the backroom secrets here.
Oh, boy.
Well, if Megan's wearing her hair down, maybe we'll brush one another's hair.
No, that's just not right. No, we're not going to radio. No.
Evans, can I watch that?
No, Fredo.
Hey, Bonnie, forget the Facebook Live is on, so we're all watching you.
Oh, that's right, Bunny. You got to
yeah.
be careful what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you and Rachel brought me this coffee mug. I don't think
Yeah.
I'll be spilling
You
it
need to
on
wipe your nose,
anyone.
too.
Or...
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
All right, old man. We got stuff to tend to, so we're going to let you go, and maybe we'll hear from you a little bit later on this morning if you're free.
Okay.
Go eat your breakfast with Edna. Go have your Beggs and Aiken, and I hope you have a great day.
Oh, yeah, some good old scrapple or liver mush.
All right. All right. Yes. Say good night, old man.
Good afternoon, good morning there, guys.
All right, he's gone. That's the old man down the road, and now he's officially in Florida, staying outside of my house in his 1987
Yeah.
Winnebago.
I envy him at this moment. He's just out there right
What's
now.
there to envy?
Watching the sun come up, and he's in the beautiful area that you're in, and
Mhm.
just watching that sunrise. And
You don't have to deal with him for a week. I do. I've
Am
got
I
to
going to
deal.
be meeting him tomorrow?
I've got to.
Saturday?
Yeah. Come to think of it, yes, you will meet him on Saturday. I have to make sure though that he doesn't go in the pool because he does wear Depends, and I would hate for those things to leak in my pool.
And floaters.
Yeah.
you'll probably see an Amazon truck drive up too, because I hear they deliver the Depends.
Yeah, I
So-
think he ordered some extra from Amazon. So
Yeah, right.
You don't have to
Those
go.
deep end adult diapers.
gosh. Oh Lord. Anyway, yeah, we're having a cookout if you haven't figured it out at my house, and Phil and his family are coming up on Saturday, and
Oh, yeah.
it's just like perfect timing that the old man rolled into town and he
Oh.
decided to park his Winnebago.
We talked to Marcel about it, by the way.
Oh, and
No, he didn't even register with him. He's like, oh, well, have fun.
oh, he didn't
okay.
he didn't get upset.
No,
I thought
no,
for sure
no.
since he didn't get the invite.
No, he knows his limitations right now. So
Limitations.
limitations, yes.
Oh, okay, just making
Squeeze
sure.
a little lemon with it. Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure you're pronouncing your words right. 6:45. It's news time. Let's go to the news desk once again, where Bonnie's standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. One person is injured following a single car crash in Martin County Wednesday evening, according to the Martin County Sheriff's Office. The crash happened at around 8 p.m. at Warfield Boulevard, south of Fox Brown Road, Indiantown. Warfield Boulevard is shut down for a couple of hours, the Sheriff's Office said in a tweet. No more information was immediately available. The Florida Department of Health confirms it is missing negative test results from labs across the state needed to give more accurate positive COVID-19 infection rates. And WPTV's Megan McRoberts has the details.
Well, one local doctor tells me it appears that the numbers being reported statewide by area labs appears to be far from accurate when it comes to the positivity rates. The health department confirms that there are some labs failing to report their negative results, but this doctor also feels the health department might be lagging behind in reporting the data they receive. In the mix of reporting hundreds of positive COVID-19 test results, hundreds of labs of all sizes statewide are reporting no negatives to the health department. It's concerning to lawmakers like Representative Toby Overdorf.
And we need to make sure local officials are getting the accurate data rather than data that is inflated because we don't have enough manpower.
Such as in our area, the VA Medical Center in West Palm reporting 115 positives with no negatives. Lab 24 Inc. reporting 464 positive cases and 0 negatives. Florida Community Health Centers reporting 67 positives and no negatives. Florida Community Health Centers telling WPTV they do not know why all of their numbers are not accurately reflected. The Department of Health says some smaller private labs in recent days have not been reporting negative test results, and they are working with them to correct that. But a local doctor believes the Department of Health is also failing to keep up with reporting data.
It's been made clear to us by the Department of Health that they are incapable of handling anywhere near the amount of data they've been receiving.
And it's affecting their patients.
And they're just terrified, confused. They're getting so many mixed messages.
Overdorf among those wanting to see more manpower to input data.
I know that overall our health departments are pretty much overwhelmed.
He wants to ensure more thorough reporting from labs to ensure the most accurate infection rate possible.
It takes away from the overall validity of the testing. It takes away from that feeling that this is a situation that we can trust, that we can really look at what's happening here.
And there are more than 1,100 labs statewide that report to the health department. Of those, there were more than 400 that had 100% positive rates. We have reached out to some of those labs in our area. We'll let you know as soon as we start hearing back. I'm Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
Parents now have added time to decide if they're ready to send their children back on campus. The original deadline was set to expire Wednesday night. It has now been pushed back to July 20. TV's Derek Lowe has more.
One mother we spoke with says her daughter will be going to school virtually from home and that there's just too much uncertainty right now. It's one option that families here now have more time to decide.
The school's only so big in size. The classes are, really overcrowded. How are you going to separate it like that?
Rhonda White says returning to school on August 10th is not an option for her 7th grade daughter, Lauren, but that not everyone can afford to stay home with their kids.
It's a very tough decision to make because, what about the ones with kindergartners or first graders that you can't leave them for an hour? The parents have to go to work. What about the single moms that have to leave the house? Like, what do you do with them?
The deadline for St. Lucie County students to decide whether or not to participate in traditional school 5 days a week was set to expire Wednesday night.
Right now, 75% of our parents want to come back.
Superintendent Wayne Jen said July 20th to give families more time.
We just want to make sure that our parents know that this second option is nothing like what it looked like last year, because sometimes you may have seen your teacher, maybe not. Attendance could have been, sporadic sometimes. This is going to be a traditional school schedule, except that you're at home doing it.
The superintendent says there will likely be assigned seating on school buses and that the windows will be down. He says that students will be required to wear masks both on the bus and at school. Reporting in St. Lucie County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV News Channel 5.
The Dolphins, Bucks, and Jags are still on hold. With training camp approaching, the NFL and Players Association remain at odds over a return to work. NFL Network reports owners will be on a call this Friday for an update. News time is 6:50. Weather and traffic together are next.
6:51 the time. It's time for traffic and weather together. It's all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Sorry, I'm laughing, Bonnie.
Okay, we'll just kind of like block a shield with that
Yeah,
funniness right
please.
over there.
What's going on today?
Somebody is like behind the chair magically tickling Evan.
Anyway, what's going on the highways?
On a serious note, we do have a traffic accident this morning, and this one is in Indiantown. It's at Southwest Martin Highway and Southwest Fox Brown Road, Indiantown, and there is some roadblock too out in that area. Other areas, it's looking like a pretty good ride, and there's your latest look at traffic. And it's 76 right now in Stewart. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, some patchy fog and coastal rainfall are possible, as well as having a light breeze along the coast. This afternoon, partly sunny, hot and breezy with high temperatures around 90 degrees and winds out of the east. Rainfall chances will decrease along the coast and increase inland throughout the afternoon, with isolated to scattered showers and a few thunderstorms possible. I'm WPTV First Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
6:55 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie, Fredo, and of course Phil and Bentley. We have a phone call right now. Let's go to the phones. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Evan. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning.
This is Lakeisha.
Hey, Lakeisha, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I hope everybody's there as well.
Yeah, we're all doing great. How can we help you this morning?
Well, I missed Bentley the other day. He had just stepped out, or he had gone on an errand. I want to say hello to him.
Okay, let me summon Bentley for you. Hold on.
Thank you.
Hold on.
You rang, sir.
Bentley, you have a phone call. There's a young lady by the name of Lakeisha who would like to talk to you.
Hi.
Hey, Bentley. I understand that you do quite a job there at the radio station.
I try.
Well, sounds like you're a great employee. And someday maybe I'll get to see you in your little outfit, in your uniform. You deliver coffee to the first responders, I hear?
Haven't done that at all.
Yes,
no.
you have, Bentley. Don't lie. You took coffee to Brian Bosio from the Stewart Police Department. He's a first responder.
I stand corrected. Yes, sir. Yes, you are correct. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Yeah, so I just wanted to say hi. I hear your voice in the morning, and I really think it's very nice and very smooth. And I just wanted to say hi, and just to say maybe if you weren't doing anything some afternoon, if you'd like to have coffee sometime.
Oh my gosh, Bentley, you've been asked out on a date. Wow.
Somebody can serve Bentley coffee.
Phil.
I'd be happy to.
Phil, I can't believe that Bentley is being
Yeah,
asked
I
out
know,
on a date.
this is
Well,
crazy.
wait a minute. Hold on. Bentley, what do you have to say to this?
I don't know.
You have permission.
I do.
Yes.
Okay. I would have to think about it.
Well, there's nothing to think about, for gosh sakes. It's a simple, it's a simple yes or no.
Hey, Evans, I'll go.
No, Fredo, you can't go. That's our band leader,
Oh, come
Lakeisha.
on. I guess.
Okay, well, there you go. Your question has been answered, Lakeisha. He said yes. So
I think you made him nervous, Lakeisha.
Oh, I don't want to make him nervous.
no, well, you know what we'll do, Lakeisha, is I'm going to ask you to hold the line. We're coming up on a break here in a minute. We'll get your number and we'll pass it over to Bentley, and we'll have Bentley reach out to you off the radio so you guys can plan your little coffee meeting. Do you have any idea where you want to go for a coffee, Lakeisha?
There's a really nice place in Tequesta that I thought would be kind of nice. It's on the water, and it's over by Nautical but Nice.
Oh.
And I just thought that maybe, it's very, it's a little mom and pop shop. I like to, patronize the mom and pop shops right now.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you there, Lakeisha. Very, very much so, definitely.
Lakeisha, it sounds quaint, but it sounds high-end quaint.
What is it called? Nautical but Nice?
No, that's the name of the mall that it's in. It's
Oh.
actually called Carve, and what they do is they serve very nice coffee, and they also have like a little surf shop in there. But it's very peaceful. It's very quiet.
Okay.
It's very nice, and I'll buy coffee. I'll buy the coffee. He doesn't have to do. All he has to do is just show up.
Okay.
And say hey.
Okay.
You know?
I can set that up for you guys. That's not a problem. I just he's never really been on a date.
What are you, Chuck Woolery here?
No, this is not Match.com either. But I'm gonna just have to kind of guide him a little bit so he doesn't kind of freak out, because he doesn't really date many women.
I've never been on a date.
Oh, Bentley. Oh, it'll be all right. It's just coffee.
Okay.
All right. All right, Lakeisha, I'm gonna place you on hold, Lakeisha. We'll be back to you in a moment. To the news, and I'll get your information and I'll pass it on to Bentley. Okay.
Thank you. You guys all have a great rest of the day.
You do. Thanks for calling,
too.
Lakeisha.
Aw, sounds
All
like
right.
a very classy
Wow.
lady, Bentley.
Okay.
She sounds
Wow.
high-end.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, Bentley.
Can I go back to my room now, sir?
Yes, you may. All right, you
Okay,
can do that.
thank
All right. So we're coming up on 7:00 here, and that means we're 1 hour away from Megan McRoberts. I have no idea. Now we got a dating service going on. Oh my gosh! All right, we're WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next, and then more of the Get Up and Go show. Megan McRoberts going to be here in 1 hour from now. I can't wait to get her in studio. And then Joe Catcherbone from the Stewart Martin Chamber of Commerce also will be here as well. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
On air, online. Your Coast. Get connected to the Get Up and Go Show. And now here's your host, Evan and Bonnie.
$7:07, the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. Well, that was a wild first hour,
I would say.
right? just to say things.
We had a nice, classy woman call in along with other barnyard friends and
Hey,
furry animals.
yeah, it's nuts today. It's like, you call it a morning zoo with all the animals calling in, right?
Yeah, it was definitely very different this morning.
Old men calling in out of Winnebagos parked in front of Evan's house. Makes me want to stay in that Winnebago and look up at the stars at night. I bet he's really enjoying his time here.
Yeah, I bet he is.
And that lady too is. See her come out of there? Does she ever come outside?
I haven't met Edna yet.
Oh, good gosh.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I have not met Edna.
I would only picture her to be wearing her hair in curlers and some old-fashioned dress or some sort of thing. But I could be wrong.
Like that old lady who used to live next to Samantha on Bewitched.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She had the little moo on, always had her hair in coolers, you know, always
Yeah.
was nosy at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe like the woman in Hee Haw. Do you remember the hillbillies in Hee Haw that they were always dirty and grimy and they used to fight with one another and she would always hit him over the head with a rolling pin?
Really?
Yeah. And
You never watch Yeehaw?
No.
You never watched Yeehaw, really?
You mean Hee Haw?
Hee Haw.
Hee-haw,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Hee-haw, yeah.
I remember
Hee-haw,
Hee
sorry,
Haw.
misspoke.
Yeah. Definitely, I remember
Yeah.
Hee Haw. I've watched Hee Haw before.
Grandpa used to watch it because the women all had the beautiful big clippings.
The what? Where are you going with this?
I mean, they all had they all showed a lot of cleavage on Hee Haw.
big
and-
clippings.
I didn't know how to say it right. so
Okay.
it just came out as clippings.
Came out as clippings.
Yeah. But it's just like
Then can we have an open bar on this radio show, please?
Sure, why not?
but all the women in that were just like, from what I remember, they were seriously bodacious.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Grandpa would
Yeah.
watch and his eyes would pop out every Saturday night.
Wow.
And then
We have a glass eye.
and then Grandma would hit him with a glass.
Oh,
throw
no.
a glass at him.
That's not good. That's definitely not good. 7:10 on the Get Up and Go show. And do you know what 1 week from today is? 1 week from today.
Might be Rachel's birthday.
It's Rachel's birthday.
Oh,
Yeah. 1 week from today, Bonnie.
yeah. And she's already been out getting her own birthday presents this week.
Oh, she's
right?
been picking a lot of crap up lately.
Is that like a birthday gift for you? Like you just give her the credit card and say, "Happy early birthday, Rachel."
Nope, we don't roll like
Or
that.
is that
Sorry.
something you just do all year for her?
No. She pretty much, I take care of my woman. I will say that much.
Yeah.
And she will admit that I do take care of her.
Mm-hmm.
I do. She's driving a brand new Ford F-150.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
There
her a
you go.
Ford F-150. I got a new truck.
Yeah.
She got a new MacBook.
Mm-hmm.
So
All kinds of goodies.
Yeah.
Before the birthday, even.
Yeah. So I make sure that the wife is very well taken care of.
Very
I will say
nice.
that much.
We actually made a trip to Home Depot yesterday. And yes,
Did you buy a hammer?
we bought, let's see, decorative shutters.
Okay.
And we're getting ready to buy some paint, and we're going to paint the whole exterior.
Okay.
Pretty soon.
I went to Home Depot on the way home yesterday.
Mhm.
Mask on face first before I walked in.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Just up the street.
Yeah.
You notice the way I said that, up the street?
The street.
Yeah, just up the street.
Yeah.
You know, and I went in and bought a new fixture for my kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever get that plumbing situation done or solved?
Oh yeah,
or-
my plumbing's good.
He went to the doctor. It's all
Yeah,
good.
my plumbing is fine, Bonnie.
Oh, I
Thank
didn't
you
mean
for
to get
asking.
personal.
Yeah. Well, you know, my plumbing is very good. Trust me, I got 4. There's no clogs in my
The pipes are
drains.
clean.
Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Your wife.
Oh boy, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We've had classy hot chicks call today, Rachel.
It's just been one heck of a
I've
show.
been listening.
Yeah,
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Bentley the butler has a secret admirer by the name of Lakeisha. And Lakeisha wants to have coffee with Bentley. So we have to teach Bentley how to properly etiquette himself when he goes to coffee down at that place.
Down there in Tequesta.
She's speechless.
Yeah, she's speechless.
She's
I
speechless.
heard that.
Yeah. So
I'm calling about the truck.
oh, yeah, what about the okay. What about the truck? You're driving a new F-150.
My truck is over a year old, first of all.
Okay, but still, I
Oh,
got you a new
boy.
truck.
I'm sorry. I pay for my truck. Thank you.
I didn't say I paid for it. I
Second of
just
all,
I wanted to get you a new truck, so I gave up my other Explorer.
No, that's not a very true statement.
I traded
You-
the
hold
old
on.
Explorer
Hold
for
on,
your
hold on,
truck, and I took your new Explorer and I drove it, and then I traded it, and I got a new Explorer.
Why? But let's go back to that conversation.
Okay.
You
Why do we
wanted
have to
a
my
new
dirty
Explorer.
laundry on the air?
You
All right.
wanted a new Explorer.
Okay.
We were on a cruise. If I'm not mistaken, it was last year's cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I said was, because I had the new Explorer,
Mm-hmm.
take my Explorer. I'll get a truck.
Okay. And I said, sure.
Right.
Okay.
So the reason is you didn't, on a whim, decide to go out and get me a new truck. You went to get me a new truck because you wanted the new Explorer.
Well, I wanted your Explorer, not any Explorer. I wanted your Explorer because it was a part of you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
sweet.
It was a part of you.
No, you wanted it because my Explorer had more toys than your Explorer did.
Well, yeah.
Let's be honest. So now you had that Explorer for not even a year when you wanted a even newer Explorer.
Right.
So,
So we made a trip to the dealership.
no, there was no we in that sentence.
And
You
I
did everything
negotiated
online.
I negotiated a deal.
You negotiated a deal having to put so much money down. So when you came to me and said, because you kept just really, I really want this new Explorer. My only condition was what? I needed a MacBook for school.
So it was a nice trade-off. I got a new truck and you got a MacBook.
This is great.
Are
This
you
is more
complaining?
entertaining than Lakeisha calling.
Well, are you happy with your MacBook or do you want something else?
No, I'm quite content with my MacBook. I love my
Okay.
MacBook. But
Well,
here's what it is.
just go to Bin Deals and get more crap and you'll be happy.
Today.
Oh. Okay.
Now,
and
Rachel.
listening to you, you're like, oh yeah, I go out and do all the. No, we've got things going on here. We have to negotiate to get it.
Rachel, on your behalf, I feel your
boy.
pain because now
here we go.
Evan said something to me. Now, I don't mean to start an argument in the Nine
Oh.
household, but it hits home with my own household to what's going on over there. Because Evan did mention on how you were on your way to Bin Deals, and
Welcome to Chick
you
Talk.
don't even have to come. You don't even have to go to Bin Deals
This
because
edition of Chip Talk
you're
brought
gonna.
to you
He
by
said,
Bin
quote, and he
Deals.
sounds like my
Lakeisha.
Gary. He sounds just like Gary when he says it. You're going to come home and fill my house. You get it my house full of crap. And now it not only filling the house full of stuff that he doesn't want, but you need. It's my house. And you know what? That's the same quote that came out of Gary the other night. Because
oh boy, I see steam coming out of Bonnie's ears right now.
I see that.
Yeah.
we were watching
She's ticked.
Watching Point Break with
Never
Patrick
seen her
Swayze.
like this before.
And you know that movie's
Is
about
Patrick Swayze hot?
it's about, but that's beside the point, Phil. Movie it's about. So I said, Gary, gee, would I like to get a surfboard? He goes, no, I don't need to fill my garage with more crap. It's that my thing that gets me. Oh, isn't the house supposed to be ours?
She's on fire this morning, folks. I've never seen Bonnie like this before.
Oh yeah, and then he does the same, but that's okay because Evan does the same thing. Mine. Okay, well you can clean your house.
Yeah, yeah, it's mine. And it's just like you're probably sitting back and saying, "Well, don't pay, honey. Don't I pay half the bills around here and contribute?"
No, my favorite is when he says, "My kid." I'm sorry, Gavin.
Oh,
Wait, say that one again. Say that again.
Oh, take a knee, Evan.
Uh-oh.
Damn. What did you
Just
say,
take
honey?
a knee. Just take a knee. Just take a knee.
Now there's territory we don't cover, but I can feel your pain.
Well, yeah, she did carry Gavin for almost 7 months, and she almost did die, and Gavin almost did die. But thank God now Gavin is a bouncing big baby boy of 17 years old.
And once in a while, you refer to Gavin as my kid.
Son, my kid. Well, it's just, it's yes.
Oh, he participated in the
Yeah,
making
you know,
of it.
I mean, I had to plant the seed.
Wait, okay, hold this thought for a second. Who had to go to three different doctor's appointments weekly?
You?
Who had to constantly get her blood drawn because there were problems?
You?
Who had the seizure? Who had to take the ambulance ride to the hospital?
You?
Oh,
Who has the scar on their stomach from an emergency C-section?
You?
Who spent a week in the hospital?
You?
Who is winning?
Who after 3 days came in and said, I'm going to go ahead and take the kids to Orlando to work. You're still in the hospital. You're okay.
Me?
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Who is winning this argument?
No, who's on first? Pardon me, but my bottom hurts right now.
Where have you been?
Rachel, he's going to go home tonight, and after you with this conversation, he's not going to have any say whatsoever.
I'm not going home, period. I'm gonna go live out in the camper with the old man. That's where I'm gonna be safe.
Oh my God.
You better thank your lucky stars that he's here.
I love you.
I love you too. Have
Love
a
you.
great day. I got to run by. Yes, I just hung up on my wife.
Oh my God.
I didn't mean to stir up that pot a little bit more.
That's all right. You stirred up your own pot.
I know.
You got to deal with Gary.
Yeah,
when
you're
gotta
gonna hear when you get
too.
home now.
It's news time, 7:20. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by in her own pot of stir.
Thank you, Evan. Well, new coronavirus cases and fatalities continue to mount in Florida. More than 10,000 new cases were reported yesterday, along with 112 deaths. The state is still pushing ahead with efforts to reopen public schools next month.
Being in front of a great classroom teacher in that room with the interaction between the peers is absolutely the best learning environment for a student. So we want to maximize that to as much to the extent possible, given the circumstances.
But Education Commissioner Richard Corcoran says it should be up to parents whether their kids return to a traditional classroom or continue distance learning. Blood donation centers are experiencing a huge surge in demand for plasma. This as hospitals see more patients admitted with COVID-19. WPTV's Michelle Casada has this.
Debbie McMillan donated plasma for the second time since she beat COVID-19.
What I'm donating today actually is going to a longtime high school friend's father.
In March, she says she spent 3 days in the hospital and then quarantined at home for another 14. Through the organization Heal as One, recently formed by Paul LaRoche, whose brother, Dr. Vladimir LaRoche, spent more than 80 days in the hospital fighting COVID, was needed.
Demand is increasing. We have to increase the supply.
Jeannie Shoaib of Lake Worth is so grateful to Heal as One, which helped her sister-in-law get plasma, even though she passed away this week.
She did get the plasma, but unfortunately she had a massive stroke. I guess blood clots are the side effect of the COVID.
One Blood says it's collecting plasma 7 days a week, but supply is still not meeting the demand.
There is no end in sight right now of this virus. So therefore, the demand for convalescent plasma will remain.
Paul says he will continue to help families find donors for family members and urges anyone who wants to learn if they are eligible to contact info@healasone.org.
They have liquid gold running through their veins that they literally have the power in their hands to maybe potentially give somebody the gift of life.
Michelle Casada, WPTV News.
Senator Oscar Brainen and his colleagues say businesses need to roll back to 25% capacity and movie theaters should close. Democrats also want the governor to issue a mandatory mask order. In response, DeSantis is citing efforts to protect the state's most vulnerable residents.
And compare that with some of the other states who did different policies and maybe didn't put as much emphasis on that. And we've had people from the Florida Healthcare Association, some of them say, we've been able to save probably thousands of lives.
The governor says every life counts, whether you're 10 years old, 30 years old, or 90 years old. And lastly, one person is injured following a single car crash in Martin County Wednesday night, according to the Martin County Sheriff's Office. The crash happened at around 8 p.m. at Warfield Boulevard, south of Fox Brown Road in Indiantown. Warfield Boulevard is shut down at the moment, and no more information immediately available. Have you ever wondered how much some of Major League Baseball biggest legends like Babe Ruth or Mickey Mantle would be raking in if they were playing today? Well, some researchers did, and they compared the old schoolers to a similar current player salary based on how their stats and productivity stacked up. And so with Joe DiMaggio, for instance, his salary in 1950 at $100,000, when compared to Yoenis Cespedes today, he'd be making, did I say that right, Evan?
It's Yoenis Cespedes.
Cespedes, you're right.
I would know that one.
We did cover that name before.
God forbid if I were to ever say a Mets player's name wrong, my phone would
You'd
ring.
be disowned.
Yeah, I'd be fired.
Yoenis Cespedes.
Yoenis
Cespedes.
There you go.
Okay, if I run,
There you go.
If I run across this name again, I will be asking you.
Okay, you got it.
So
Carry on.
So Joe DiMaggio's compared with Yoenis, he would be making $40.5 million today in 2020. Barry Bonds, let's take his 2005 salary at when he was making $20 million. Now, when compared to Will Myers, Barry Bonds would be making $38.4 million in 2020. And there's our news, our sports. It's 7:25. Weather and traffic together are next.
$7:26, the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, we are seeing that one traffic accident report in Indiantown right now. And let me see. with some road blockage in that area. This is a fatality. It's at Southwest Martin Highway and Southwest Fox Brown Road in Indiantown. Major highways right now are clear at the moment, and there is your latest look at traffic. In Palm City, it's 77. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, some patchy fog and coastal rainfall are possible, as well as having a light breeze along the coast. This afternoon, partly sunny, hot and breezy with high temperatures around 90 degrees and winds out of the east. Rainfall chances will decrease along the coast and increase inland throughout the afternoon, with isolated to scattered showers and a few thunderstorms possible. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion to hear from you, send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
7:29 the time, the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for our weekly visit from the Stuart Martin Chamber of Commerce. Joe Catcher-Bones joining us right now on our line. He's the guy that heads that whole I don't want to say insane asylum, but he heads up the whole asylum, so to speak, and runs the whole entire Chamber of Commerce. He's the guy that keeps it all together along with his fine staff over there. Joe, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Evan and Bonnie. How are you?
We are fine over here, and we're so glad that you're doing well yourself.
Well, I don't
Joe.
know if we're doing fine, but I mean, we've just had a lot of craziness this morning.
Y'all were having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. I try to, cover it nicely by saying, okay, we're doing fine and try to keep it real.
Yeah, it's
right.
it's just been an insane asylum this morning. That's all.
Well, I think we're living in one, actually.
Well, this is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
With all the craziness going on lately, right? So how are you doing with things and the new ordinance that we're under in Martin County? And does everybody out there in the neighborhood, Joe, seem to be handling things well and everything seeming to be fine going into businesses? And
I think everyone's handling it. We felt an effect from it. We canceled our lunch. We had, I think, 39 reservations. We usually have well over 120, 25 at a luncheon. Now, we didn't expect that. But the venue where we had booked would not accept less than 50 people.
Okay.
So we had to cancel it. And so we immediately, we're getting really big on doing surveys because we're trying to get the pulse of our members and what they're thinking and what we can provide to them. So we immediately did a survey of people who have continually supported our luncheons and the people who were at our breakfast a couple of weeks ago, almost 70 of them. And the basic response was the mask ordinance. Mm-hmm. So there is a little bit of a pushback that we're feeling. I can't, membership we talked about last week, we brought in 6 new members. This week we brought in 1. So things are, I think it's going to take a while for people to get used to the now wearing the masks, and it's affecting, a couple of our restaurants that have reopened for businesses. For instance, Monero's in Palm City, they were open for dinner, and now they're back to curbside service. So there's an effect. We don't know how deep it's going to go, but we've already felt a little bit of it. We canceled our breakfast for the 28th. Our venue and our sponsor requested that, and so we have still our business after hours, which is still on for sure. That's on the 22nd at Coquina Cove in Martin Downs, because that's going to be outside, poolside, and outside in their outside reception area. So hopefully we'll see. And of course, it's by invitation, or I'm sorry, by RSVP only. And so I think we have 30 reservations already. So we'll see how that one turns out. And I've asked our events coordinator, Caitlin Hartley, to go ahead and plan some events for August. This latest mask ordinance will expire, I think it's on August 8th. I asked one of our commissioners yesterday what's the criteria they're going to use to lift or to maintain or keep the ordinance. And at this point in time, there's nothing written in stone, but I think probably what they're going to look at is the number of reported cases, and if there's a decline, then they'll make a decision from there. So right now it's kind of up in the air. We're all hoping that the numbers decline and decrease, and so kind of again we're up in the air and waiting now to see what the next step would be on August 8th.
So, Joe, who is the new business that signed up last week, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't mind at all. It's a sub shop. And,
that's my kind of business.
I know.
Yeah, Boomer's
Big Boy Subs. Yeah. Okay, and where are they located at?
They're downtown on Albany.
Okay.
And he's also a member. He's got a vape shop in Jensen Beach. So this is his second membership. And he's in Jensen Beach and he's got a vape shop and he belongs to our chamber. Mm-hmm. And now he's joining with his sub shop, which in my mind's eye tells me here's a man that believes the chamber works for him. And
well, so, it has to if he's joined again for a sub shop.
Yeah, exactly. So that's encouraging. Now we're still getting leads in. We're getting a lot of leads in through our website, and of course our staff is making phone calls and attempting to encourage people to join. Recently, you may have seen where the county has given all of the chambers hundreds of face masks for businesses. Mm-hmm. And so we gave out 52. We had 52 businesses come in last week to pick up these face masks that the county is giving free.
Now, what kind of masks are they? Are they a cloth? Are they the blue surgical? Are they the KN95s?
No, they're the ones with the blue in the front.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I think there's 50 in a box that we're giving out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had quite a few people came in and picked up masks that weren't members of the chamber. So obviously they're potential leads, and so we're trying to cultivate those people and convince them that they should belong to the Chamber of Commerce. So we're trying all methods to encourage people or to find leads to convince to join the chamber. We have a little bit of a program going on now, trying to get members who we have dropped in the last several months. We sent a letter out signed by our executive board, asking them, explaining to them we understand the problems, and if there's anything we could do to help them out financially with their membership, to please contact us. So that letter just went out, and it went out snail mail rather than an email blast, because people are more apt to, and it's easier just to delete an email, where we know when they get a first class letter from the chamber, we're hoping at least they open it and give it a read.
Right.
So we also began we're calling it a recovery program, and we started that last week, and we've sent out requests to our board members, our trustee members, and our past chairs, explaining to them that because of the virus, we are going to have about a $40,000 shortfall on net proceeds from our special events, which had to be canceled.
Okay.
And so we had a great response in the first. We offered. We didn't ask them just to make a contribution. We offered a package at a sponsorship level that would provide them with email blasts and advertising and things of that nature. And so we had a wonderful response the first week. We brought in almost $17,000. So we're trying to make up that $40,000 shortfall in different ways, creative ways, whatever we can think of. Just don't want to go out and ask our members, hey, give me $1,000. We want to be able to provide something for them in return for their donation.
Joe, is the chamber opened back to still open at its capacity from when you reopened the chamber? Are people still able to go in there and, especially with wearing the face mask and?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're coming in, Bonnie, to pick up the masks. So we had to although we were set up anyway with a 6-foot perimeter before you get to our reception desk, and then we've got a table set up outside with hand sanitizers and wipes, and we take your temperature and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, we've been open since May 18th. We're open our normal hours, and we have had visitors come in. And again, our staff is very diligent. Someone comes in, after they leave, they spray and clean. We gave the census people who are doing training right now, we've given them use of our conference room. Now they're keeping it down to 10 people, but they were here all day Tuesday in our conference room training these folks that are working with the Census Bureau.
Oh, that's great.
So, of course, after they leave, our staff goes in and sprays everything down. And we're following all the protocols, but yes, we're open for business and we're welcoming people in.
Yeah, the census people too. They got to collect that vital information for a community, and it's nice that they have a nice, clean place for a workstation over there. That's very, very nice.
We've given it to them to use. We feel that it's certainly worthwhile cause, and so they've got it for I think 7 days between now and the end of August to do more training.
Nice. That's really good. I haven't been to a business here yet, St. Lucie or Martin County, where I've had to get my temperature checked yet.
I'll bring my thermometer and I'll check your temperature. I have one of those thermal ones.
Yeah?
Yeah, we got one that you put up to the forehead.
Yeah, those are great, aren't they, Joe?
Yeah, yes, they are.
Those are definitely great.
Yeah, so we're doing that. We did that, of course, with our breakfast, and we do it with any gathering. Yesterday we had a board meeting. It was a Zoom meeting again. We have a Zoom meeting this morning with City Manager David D. Our morning Joe is at 8 o'clock this morning. We've sent that out, so that's virtual.
By the way, is your board room all now set up officially for Zoom meetings? I know you were doing the transformation.
No, it's interesting. We're having trouble getting a camera. These people are getting it.
Really?
We found out we had a camera on order, and then we found out about a new camera. It's called an Owl, and it goes in the middle of the room on the ceiling. It's a 360, and that's why it's called an Owl.
Yeah, it's a wide angle camera.
Yeah. And so, for instance, if I were to speak, the camera focuses in on me.
Also, in other words, it picks up your voice.
Yeah,
and it moves.
Focuses in.
Oh,
yeah.
how cool.
Okay.
So we're waiting for. Right now, we're waiting for delivery of the camera.
Gotcha.
So,
Could you imagine if we had one of those things in studio here? Bonnie would go nuts.
God.
Yeah. I mean,
It'd be going back and forth.
It reminds me of.
You would break it.
Yeah,
You would
thanks.
break it.
I
They-
appreciate that.
They
Joe.
do have Halloween decorations with that owl where it's not illusional, but three-dimensional, and the eyes are following you across the room.
Wow.
It kind of reminds me of
That's
that.
scary.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, if anybody wants to reach you, what do they need to do?
Well, they can give me a call at 772-287-1088.
Okay.
Extension is 108.
All right, very good. And of course, the memberships are very, very affordable, and there's a lot of perks, a lot of benefits to join the Stuart Martin Chamber of Commerce. Notice I stressed Stuart Martin. That's right.
Yeah, that was great.
I didn't want to say the other county because I kind of got in trouble for doing that.
I didn't want Teresa to get upset with you.
No. I love Teresa. Teresa's a fantastic
She's a
woman.
good gal. Yeah,
She really is. Teresa's amazing. I watch a lot of her Zoom meetings, and boy, let me tell you, that woman wears a lot of hats, just like you do, Joe.
she does.
Well, thanks for
Well,
calling
that's
in.
her
I
favorite executive.
appreciate you.
Thank you. We appreciate you too. Have a good week, and I'll look forward to speaking with you next week.
All right, we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks,
Bye-bye for
guys.
now. That's Joe Catcherbone from the Stuart Martin Chamber of Commerce. It's news time, 7:43. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Parents now have added time to decide if they're ready to send their children back on campus. The original deadline was set to expire Wednesday night. It has now been pushed back to July 20th. WPTV's Derek Lowe has more.
One mother we spoke with says her daughter will be going to school virtually from home and that there's just too much uncertainty right now. It's one option that families here now have more time to decide.
The school's only so big in size. The classes are, really overcrowded. How are you going to separate it like that?
Rhonda White says returning to school on August 10th is not an option for her 7th grade daughter, Lauren, but that not everyone can afford to stay home with their kids.
It's a very tough decision to make because, what about the ones with kindergartners or first graders that you can't leave them for an hour? The parents have to go to work. What about the single moms that have to leave the house? Like, what do you do with them?
The deadline for St. Lucie County students to decide whether or not to participate in traditional school 5 days a week was set to expire Wednesday night.
Right now, 75% of our parents want to come back.
Superintendent Wayne Gent says they pushed it back to July 20th to give families more time.
Just want to make sure that our parents know that this second option is nothing like what it looked like last year, because sometimes you may have seen your teacher, maybe not. Attendance could have been, sporadic sometimes. This is going to be a traditional school schedule, except that you're at home doing it.
The superintendent says there will likely be assigned seating on school buses and that the windows will be down to increase ventilation. He says that students will be required to wear masks both on the bus and at school. Reporting in St. Lucie County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV News Channel 5.
There was frustration Wednesday for a Treasure Coast family seeking justice after a plea agreement for an accused killer fell apart at the last minute. WPTV's news anchor Michael Williams has the story.
Frustration for a Treasure Coast family seeking justice after a plea agreement for an accused killer. Carlos Gilberto Arellano Ramirez was in a Fort Pierce courtroom where he was expected to plead no contest in the death of Sheila Hamner. The 74-year-old retired school bookkeeper was stabbed a number of times. After being read the plea agreement, though, Arellano Ramirez expressed confusion over what he had signed and moments ago said he wanted to go to trial. Hamner's family watched the proceedings in the courtroom. Initially, the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office had arrested Sheila's son, Kenny, for the crime. Those charges were dropped 2 months later. Prosecutors say they will drop the plea arrangement now and keep the possibility of the death penalty on the table.
Lastly, one person injured following a single car crash in Martin County. Martin County Sheriff's Office happened at around 8 p.m. at Warfield Boulevard, south of Fox Brown Road in Indiantown. The Dolphins, the Bucks, and Jags are still on hold. With training camp approaching, the NFL and Players Association remain at odds over a return to work. NFL Network reports owners will be on call this Friday for an update. News time at 7:46. Weather and traffic together are next.
$7:48 the time to Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, there is an accident. It's at Martin Highway and Southwest Fox Brown Road in Indiantown with roadblock from this accident. Major highways looking clear for St. Lucie County. The major highways in Martin County are good. There's your latest look at traffic. 79. It's 79 in Stewart and forecast. WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, some patchy fog and coastal rainfall are possible, as well as having a light breeze along the coast. This afternoon, partly sunny, hot, and breezy with high temperatures around 90 degrees and winds out of the east. Rainfall chances will decrease along the coast and increase inland throughout the afternoon, with isolated to scattered showers and a few thunderstorms possible. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
7:53 on the Get Up and Go Show, and look who wandered into the studio this morning.
Uh-oh.
I'm even early. I was worried I would show up late.
Yeah, no, you're never late. By the way, let me introduce you to we have a cast of people on the morning show, Megan. So it's not just Bonnie and I. Let me introduce you to Phil. Phil is a YouTube influencer.
Okay.
And he is he's down in Palm Beach Gardens right now, broadcasting or Jupiter from his location. So
Yeah.
Phil, say hello to Megan.
Hi, Megan. How you doing?
Hey, Phil. Great. How are you?
He's our
Doing
YouTube
well.
influencer, and he does a top 10 list like David Letterman used to
Yeah,
do.
love it.
And we have a surprise for the top 10 list for you today.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Now, we also have we also
I don't
have
know if I like surprises.
well, it's going to be good. We also have a band leader, and his name is Fredo. And we have a band in the green room on the other side of this wall that, in fact, Fredo, could you strike the band up for me, please?
Yeah, man. 3, 2, 1.
See, on cue, the band plays.
That's nice.
Is that cool or what?
And they never miss a beat.
They never miss a beat.
Hi, Megan.
Hi.
Oh boy, there goes Fredo. Let me tell you a little bit about Fredo, Megan, and I'll warn you, he's a ladies' man. Okay.
He's a big flirt.
He's a huge flirt.
I can handle him.
Okay. Fredo, kick it down a notch. She's spoken for.
Okay. All right.
All right. And
Thank you,
then
Evan.
last but not least, we also have a concierge service, Megan.
Nice.
And I'll introduce you to Bentley. Let me summon Bentley.
You ring, sir.
There's our concierge. This is Bentley, our butler.
Wow.
And we learned that Bentley this morning might be taken too.
Yes.
He has a fan
Yes,
who's calling.
some lady
Wow.
by the name of some girl by the name of Lakeisha called and wants to take Bentley out to coffee. This is no joke.
That's incredible.
She's a classy, like Tequesta woman too, and she just wants to go out to something quaint but classy
Yes.
in Tequesta.
He
So-
should do it. Is he going to do it?
Bentley, have you properly introduced yourself to Megan McRoberts?
Good morning, Miss McRoberts. I am Bentley here at your service.
There you
Beautiful.
go. That's our,
I
our
make the
butler.
greatest plain toast ever.
Oh gosh, here we go. Yes, Bentley. We send Bentley out on chores from time to time where he will deliver coffee to the Stewart Police Department.
Nice.
Preferably one of your favorite people that's from Boston, and I'm sure you know who that is.
Yes, Mr. Basio.
Yes, Mr. Basio. So Bentley will do that. So if you need anything, Megan, just let me know. I will summon Bentley. I'll ring the bell, and he'll pop on the microphone in the other room, and you tell him what you want. And
That
he's at
is
your beck and
nice.
call for the whole hour you're here.
You guys are living the good life.
This
We
is
don't
how,
get this treatment ever at work.
This is how we roll. This is
And
how.
don't forget the cat that terrorizes
Oh yes,
Bentley.
yes.
Yeah.
We have a cat. We have a cat that calls the show.
That's
I
Big
kid
Kitty.
you not.
Big Kitty.
And I'm hoping Big Kitty may call next hour.
Wow.
We have this cat. The cat's
I'm
name.
missing out on a lot in the morning.
Yes. Oh, hold on. The phone's ringing. 1 second here. Hi, you're on the air with the whole entire morning show. Who's this? Oh, there you go. There's the cat. Like on cue, this happens. I kid you not. Somebody's been calling here. Okay, that it's a cat, and
Uh-huh.
Bonnie has conversations with this cat.
Megan, do you like kitties?
I'm a dog person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
My
you-
dog is
you
like my
ticked off the
child.
cat.
Yeah, I don't
I
mind
know.
it, but I don't know if Big Kitty likes it.
I don't dislike cats. I've never owned a cat, so I
You
guess
can ask the cat a question. The cat will answer 1 meow for yes and 2 meows for no.
any
And
question.
Any question and 3 meows for I don't know.
Oh gosh, are you an only cat? Do you have?
Cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you a?
You do realize that if this makes the news,
Clearly, my interviewing skills are
you're,
poor.
you're interviewing a cat right now, Megan. I want you to know
This
this.
is a career high. Yeah.
Okay. You've interviewed some of the top people, but this has got to top your list of
And
people.
just totally
Yeah,
stumped
forget
me
those
too.
Iowa
Wow.
caucuses. You're talking to a cat.
And,
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
it's making Big Kitty's day knowing that he's talking to Megan.
Yeah, I wish I came better prepared to interview a cat.
Right? This is a cat. It's a
I
calico
would have
cat.
done my research.
It's a calico
Oh,
cat.
so are you an orange cat?
Yes.
Are you a kitten or are you an adult? I guess that's not a yes or no question.
We're kind of figuring.
Are
we
you
think
above
he's-
the age of 10?
Well,
That was yes.
Yeah.
So it's a senior citizen
It's a
cat.
senior citizen cat.
Yeah, senior citizen cat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm. This kitty's been around.
But I would say that kitty has stories to tell, I'm
Yes,
sure.
I'm sure. Do you wear Depends? No.
Oh.
Okay. Do you use a litter box?
And how long has the kitty been calling in?
Oh, for about a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one day, just
Calls in randomly. We have no joke. We have no idea who this is. We've been milking this for as long as we can.
And how did you learn the kitty's language?
We just told it what to do.
Yeah. We
Oh my
kind of
gosh.
figured it out, and I named it Big Kitty.
Yeah,
I thought
she
that
named the
would
cat
be
Big Kitty.
the proper name.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is no joke. You can't make this stuff up.
We need to crack the code.
Yeah.
Track this phone line.
I mean, this is better than some of the FM morning shows down in Palm Beach. They don't have a cat that calls in on Kevin doesn't have a cat that calls in down there, does he?
Giving him a run for your money.
I know, right?
Absolutely.
Him and Virginia. All right. Well, Kat, we have to say goodbye to you because we're coming up to our news break here, top of the hour. So say goodbye, Big Kitty. All right. There you go. That's Big Kitty.
They
on the
called
phone.
in like clockwork. Just
Yeah,
like you
literally
said. That was
on
perfect.
clockwork.
Megan's
And
gonna
there's
walk
one-
out of here
there's
thinking
one-
we're nuts.
Yeah, this is just nuts here, Megan. You know, it's just
All right, so listen, folks, we're up against the break. We're going to have a whole hour with Megan McRoberts coming up right here at WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next, and then the one and only Megan McRoberts from News Channel 5 right here in
Yay.
studio.
online, covering the Treasure Coast. Get connected with the Get Up and Go show. And now here's your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
.807 Get Up and Go show. It's hour number 3.
I know that's right.
You better believe it. It's 8:07 on the third and final hour.
I know that's right.
And you know what? Guess who's here, Bonnie?
And she brought a lot of sunlight this morning to our studio.
Oh, boy, did she bring sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I do my best.
Yeah, that's right. But I know one thing,
Give
that
it an hour.
she's not going to walk up to a stranger and say,
You my baby's daddy.
she will never say that to anybody.
Yeah, no children. No children here. So.
Except maybe the one you're spoken for, right? Or who's spoken for you.
Yes.
Little did you know what you were getting into when you came here to the insane asylum
I
this
know.
morning.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I know.
This is the other side of things that you don't get to do or get to see and kind of have fun instead of being all serious with all your
what is
stories.
fun? This
Well,
is
yeah,
like,
we can nowadays,
this
yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah, right?
And,
Well,
and you didn't tell her about the Magic 8 Ball either.
oh no.
No.
We have
I've had enough
that's right.
surprises.
Yeah, we have a Magic 8 Ball that you can ask a question to the Magic 8 Ball and it will literally give you an answer. Remember the old school 8 Ball that you'd shake it up and then you turn it over
Yeah.
and it gives you the answer?
Yes.
We have a Magic 8 Ball. Phil has it down at his place.
I'm sure
Yes.
people have made some major life decisions.
So would
based
you
on
like
the
to
8
would
ball.
you like to ask the Magic 8 Ball a question?
Yes, I should ask the Magic 8 Ball.
All right.
Should I have gone into radio?
Oh. Magic 8 Ball response is, don't count on it.
Oh,
Magic
good.
8 Ball has spoken.
there you go.
Okay.
And I usually send Evan the picture of the legitimate response.
Yeah. Honest to God, it's the real deal. Can't make this stuff up.
I know. Will I ever be a millionaire?
Oh,
There
hold
we
on.
go.
Oh, is that another question for the 8 Ball?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Concentrate and ask again. The Magic 8 Ball has spoken.
Sounds about right. Just leave me hanging.
Wow.
Sounds like 8 Ball saying you got to be a little patient.
Yes.
Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
it'll come.
So it's such a joy to have you here, and I've
you.
gotten to know you, and I'm not, excuse me for my back, but I'm trying to make sure at least the camera gets my side picture on.
Oh, it's okay.
But your career is amazing. You're one of my, and I'm not saying it because you're sitting here and you've
You
done
are.
you've
I
done
said you had money under the
Stop.
table.
All right, yeah. I mean, you've done stories on my daughter, you've done stories on the Mets, you've done stories, where I've gotten to know you, and I consider you a very good friend now.
Oh, thanks. Same
But
to you.
how did your career get started? You went to I think you went to college in Alabama or something like that.
Yeah, it's a little school, the University of Alabama.
Yeah, just a
They have a
small.
pretty good football team.
Okay. All right.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Tide. All
Yeah.
right.
We're going to be friendly enemies today because I'm a Gator guy. So
Yeah, it's such a weird time to even be a college fan, a sports
I
fan.
know,
Like no
right?
one knows what this upcoming football season is going to look like.
That's
So
right.
I'll avoid any competitive.
So is
talk.
your team the Crimson
The
Tide?
Crimson Tide. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have a few national championships.
See, there's your answer right there.
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
it's legit. I'm not. I kid you not.
Concentrate.
It's real
So
deal.
when,
if
when
I
I played on the baseball team for the Gators, I went against Alabama.
Oh, you played
Couple of
baseball. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know if Alabama's really been the strongest baseball team. Football kind of dominates
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah.
athletics. So we'll give you baseball. We'll give you baseball. But yes, you're so I guess that's kind of where your quote unquote broadcasting career began, or mine did. When I went to college, I kind of went in with an open mind.
Yeah.
I've had family in actually in radio. So I don't know if that was always kind of in the back of my mind as, am I going to maybe go that route? It's something I've always kind of thought about and been surrounded by.
Mhm.
And then, I went into college with an open mind. I started with the College of Communication, and as things progressed, I just kind of landed on studying
Wow.
broadcasting. And I think I always had an interest in, I was actually never a big reader of fiction growing
Mhm.
up, but
Mhm.
I always liked, reading stories, reading things about history,
Yeah.
reading about people and their experiences. So it kind of it was just a natural interest and natural flow.
How old were you when you figured it out that maybe you would like to be in
Well,
media?
she doesn't divulge any age related
no,
things
was
because
there-
I read a lot of stuff on her, and she doesn't like people knowing how old she is.
Well, was there an age like when you were a little kid or a teen, or when a light bulb went on that this is what I want to do?
Maybe like high school. I think
Yeah.
I thought broadcasting would be interesting. I mean, I always liked the idea of a career where every day is different. I would die in like an office job. It's made for some people, wasn't made for me.
Right on.
And you know what's interesting with broadcasting, at least in journalism for TV, it's like every day you're also experiencing, you know, things you may have not otherwise have experienced. You know, you learn things you may not have otherwise learned, and you meet people all the time you may not have otherwise met from all walks of life. So-
When you are out, like, say, doing a story, is there a level of high anticipation there? Like when you don't know the people that you're going to be coming upon and asking the serious questions to, or is that like an anticipation that it might have started and you got over? I think that's something I would be concerned about if I started reporting.
like not knowing the kind of people you're going to see. I think.
Yeah. And how they're going to react to you with the questions and getting over that. Well, I have to ask important questions.
Right. I think there used to be more of a level of stress of preparing for, you know, maybe going into stories that do come up on a whim of, do I need to research all these questions in advance? And I think as you progress, you kind of learn to just kind of learn as you go and you know, ask questions on a whim and learn quickly. But as far as like, you know, how we'll be received, I think, oh gosh, you get a thick skin, I think, after like maybe the first year, you know, like.
So who is the highest level person you have ever interviewed? Would you say the most famous person, whether it's a celebrity, politician, who's number one?
There's been quite a few. I actually interviewed Madeleine Albright one time.
Okay.
And
Oh wow.
I actually forgot to hit record. And I got back to the station and I'm looking through my clips and I'm like, where's the interview? And that's not like an interview you can call back and be like, oh, hey, I forgot to record.
right.
That was like my first year in broadcasting. So it was a lesson learned.
So what would you do if you had the opportunity to have 15 minutes with the President of the United States, Donald Trump?
Yeah. I've actually interviewed Donald Trump.
You
before,
did?
Before he was even a candidate.
Okay.
It was back in 2016. Actually, we were covering a fundraiser at Mar-a-Lago, and we actually posed the question to him if he was going to run for office. And at the time, he didn't disclose. He said no. I'm trying to remember how much longer it was after that he actually
He was on the
disclosed
fence
that.
at that time, if I remember
Yes,
correctly.
he was on the fence for a while, and so that's why
Wow.
you know, I think when he has any media availability, someone in the media was trying
So
to.
what about
get him to
now?
confirm
Would
it.
you be intimidated to interview him now? I mean, as brash as he is now, how like when you see him on TV and you see him with the media and he just trashes. And I mean, we're talking not just under the bus, you're going under the 18-wheeler.
You know, and I think there's pros and cons to that approach. I guess
Yeah.
I try to find the middle ground. I think, sometimes I think he can be kind of hard on some journalists.
Yeah.
But I think trying to look at it from just a neutral perspective, I do think sometimes there are national reporters
Yeah.
or reporters of that level that sometimes don't always ask the most well-crafted questions. So
it's interesting that you think that as a journalist, because as the average person watching them asking the questions at home, I'm thinking that too. Deep down, there's a level where sometimes I'm thinking, wow, they are really trying to maybe get some sort of negative here or
Yep,
under his
sometimes you
skin.
can sort of feel a slant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think actually, but I think it also helps sort of highlight the better journalists in the mix. Like who's really asking the strongest questions. And,
I
do
get what
I
you're
think he
saying.
should always bash them? No, I do not. But I do think it's actually put a lot of journalists kind of on notice to be more careful in their reporting, knowing that, hey, they might get called out if they are kind of slanting a story. And you need to do a better
be fair,
job.
he's always been fair to the ones that's been fair to him.
Yeah, I
you know
agree.
that
This is
that,
true.
that reports the positive and the negative. He doesn't mind that. But
This is
if
true.
you just go completely negative on him, he's negative back at him. And
Yeah, and I think good
can
journalists
understand
need to
that.
kind of keep their opinions and biases to the side as hard as it can be,
Yeah.
especially in today's climate where everyone has an opinion. If you're a professional, you need to sort of try to keep the feelings at bay and not let that come out
Yeah.
I have
questions you're
been.
asking.
I've been enjoying watching Nora Roberts lately. I've been watching her on some morning news, and her out asking the president and these important people questions. I'm admiring her. It
Yes.
seems like she's on a level of that respect too, with not only presidents and people in those positions, but I think with people watching at home.
Yeah,
she's got herself at a pretty good
We
level.
we have a phone call right now. Somebody's been patiently waiting. Let's get to the
Yay.
phones right now. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie and Megan McRoberts, Phil, Fredo, and Bentley, and Big Kitty. There you go. I think
The whole crew.
Yeah, the whole crew. What's going on? Who's this?
Hey guys, hello Megan.
Oh, it's the old man
The
down the
old man.
road. It's the old man down the road.
I think Edna's a little jealous that I'm talking to you.
That's okay.
Oh, my goodness. So tell me, would you be a first lady if you ran for president, or would you be, let's see, maybe have Bentley be the president?
I think I'd rather be the president.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm no one's first lady.
All right.
Then Megan could say buck stops here.
Yeah, the buck stops here. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, right.
Wow. All right, old man. What are your plans for the rest of the day? Because we have an action-packed hour here, so we got to get
Well-
skedaddling.
Well, what I'm going to do is Edna's going to take Rachel out for a shopping spree.
Oh boy,
You know
that's
what
my
I
wife.
mean?
Okay. All right.
On your credit card.
Yeah, just don't tear up my yard with your 1987 Winnebago in my front yard, please. Okay.
they're gonna pick up Gary too, I think.
All right.
Oh, my Gary. They're
I guess they're picking up your Gary.
I had no idea of this.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to work today.
Yeah. Well, guess what?
He's gonna go get you something nice.
Yeah. All right. All right, old man.
Edna's gonna make her special possum stew for you guys.
Oh gosh! All right, all right, old man. Well,
Yum.
thank you very much for calling, old man. That's the old man down the road. He pays every now and then.
Hey, Evan, do you know that Megan plays the guitar and sings?
No, I did not.
Not
Yeah.
Do you really?
You know,
Wow.
I dabble.
Really? So if I pull up a karaoke track,
Oh no, nope.
too early in the morning.
Too
right?
early in the morning. Nope. Nope. I'm
I
not
would
ready for my
pay
big debut.
Big money to see that. Yeah. Maybe on the next visit.
Next visit.
Maybe.
yeah.
What kind of guitar do you have?
I have a couple in my house. I have an acoustic. I learned on
Okay.
electric.
I
'cause that's
play.
you do?
I do. I play acoustic. I play keys, and I play drums.
Nice.
Yeah.
You,
I
you
love
know, I
doing
kind
that.
of want a drum set in the house, but
Oh, go for it. Just
Oh.
tick off your fiance.
yeah, exactly. He's
Just
not a
tick him
fan
off.
of that idea.
Like 7 a.m. when you have to get up and go do that like riveting report down
Yeah.
at PBIA, the president arriving.
Mhm.
Just kind of bang the cymbal and just like, see you later, honey.
It was just practice.
It was just
I'm trying to
practice.
start my band. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You ever play that game Rock Band and sing into the TV?
Yes. Who didn't play Rock Band at some point?
7:20.
Yeah,
It's
right.
8:20 right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for news. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie is standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Wait a minute. Evan said you're grading me on this.
I am.
Yes.
Don't mess
pressure.
up.
No pressure
Don't
here.
mess up.
All right.
That's
we
why.
go.
That's why we're starting a story of a Megan McRoberts story.
Oh, trying to suck up a little
Yeah.
bit. All
Never
right.
gets less weird hearing your own voice sometimes, you know?
Right. We're doing this for you, Megan.
All right.
you.
Go for
The
it.
Florida Department of Health confirms it is missing negative test results from labs across the state needed to give more accurate positive COVID-19 infection rates. WPTV's Megan McRoberts has the details.
Well, one local doctor tells me it appears that the numbers being reported statewide by area labs appears to be far from accurate when it comes to the positivity rates. The health department confirms that there are some labs failing to report their negative results, but this doctor also feels the health department might be lagging behind in reporting the data they receive. In the mix of reporting hundreds of positive COVID-19 test results, hundreds of labs of all sizes statewide are reporting no negatives to the health department. It's concerning to lawmakers like Representative Toby Overdorf.
And we need to make sure that our local officials are getting the accurate data rather than data that is inflated because we don't have enough manpower.
Such as in our area, the VA Medical Center in West Palm reporting 115 positives with no negatives. 24 Inc. reporting 464 positive cases and 0 negatives. Florida Community Health Centers reporting and no negatives. Florida Community Health Centers telling WPTV they do not know why not accurately reflected. The Department of Health says some smaller private labs in recent days have not been reporting negative test results, and they are working with them to correct that. But a local doctor believes the Department of Health is also failing to keep up with reporting data.
It's been made clear to us by the Department of Health that they are incapable of handling anywhere near the amount of data they've been receiving.
And it's affecting their patients.
And they're just terrified,
He wants me to send it to
confused. They're getting so many mixed messages.
Overdorf among those wanting to see more manpower to input data.
I know that overall our health departments are pretty much overwhelmed.
And he wants to ensure more thorough reporting from labs to ensure the most accurate infection rate possible.
It takes away from the overall validity of the testing. It takes away from that feeling that this is a situation that we can trust, that we can really look at what's happening here.
And there are more than 1,100 labs statewide that report to the health department. Of those, there were more than 400 that had 100% positive rates. We have reached out to some of those labs in our area. We'll let you know as soon as we start hearing back. I'm Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
Blood donation centers are experiencing surge in demand for plasma. This as hospitals see more patients admitted with COVID-19. WPTV's Michelle Quesada has this.
Debbie McMillan donated plasma for the second time since she beat COVID-19.
What I'm donating today actually is going to a longtime high school friend's father.
In March, she says she spent 3 days in the hospital and then quarantined at home for another 14. Through the organization Heal as One, recently formed by Paula Roche, whose brother, Dr. Vladimir LaRoche, spent 80 days in the hospital fighting COVID, Debbie learned her plasma was needed.
Demand is increasing. We have to increase the supply.
Jeannie Shoaib of Lake Worth is so grateful to Heal as One, which helped her sister-in-law get plasma, even though she passed away this week.
She did get the plasma. Unfortunately, she had a massive stroke. I guess blood clots are the side effect.
OneBlood says it's collecting plasma 7 days a week, but supply is still not meeting the demand.
There is no end in sight right now of this virus. So therefore, the demand for convalescent plasma will remain.
Paul says he will continue to help families find donors for family members and urges anyone who wants to learn if they are eligible to contact info@healasone.org.
They have liquid gold running through their veins that they literally have the power in their hands to maybe potentially give somebody the gift of life.
Michelle Quesada, WPTV News Channel 5.
The Dolphins, Bucks, and Jags are still on hold with training camp approaching. The NFL and Players Association remain at odds over a return to work. NFL Network reports owners will be on a call this Friday for an update. News time, it's 8:25, and weather and traffic together are next.
.26 the time of the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Brought to you by Code Red Refers. Bonnie?
On I-95 northbound at mile marker 112, Elm City, there is an accident. There's not any roadblock. And in Fort Pierce, up on the turnpike, right at the Service Plaza, an accident right there too, but traffic's still looking good there in both directions. And there's your latest look at traffic. And right now we have 77 here in Stewart. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, some patchy fog and coastal rainfall are possible, as well as having a light breeze along the coast. This afternoon, partly sunny, hot and breezy with high temperatures 80 degrees and winds out of the east. Rainfall chances will decrease along the coast and increase inland throughout the afternoon, with isolated to scattered showers and a few thunderstorms possible. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
And it's 8:29 right now, the Get Up and Go show. Normally, Randy Siegel's here giving us the space report, but we gave him a reprieve for the day. So in place of Randy Siegel is joining us, the one and only John Shainman from WPTV News Channel 5.
Yay.
John, hey, what's up, buddy?
Morning, everybody. You guys hear me?
Oh, yeah, we hear you loud and proud. How are you doing?
Very good, thanks. Very good.
It's good to have you here. Megan's here with us, and we've got Phil from YouTube, and Bonnie, my co-host, is here.
Yeah, we kind of wanted to see your smiling face come in the studio this morning too, John.
Well, we can't see him, so he's on audio, so that's the next best thing.
I don't even get to see John as much as I would like.
So, John, I have a question. I wanted to do something with you and Megan. It's something that we've started on the radio program that we do every Friday. We do a game that's called the 5-second rule. So the way it works is I would ask you to name 3 things that pertain to something, and you have 5 seconds to figure out the answer to that. So have you ever heard of that before?
I have not. The only 5-second rule I ever heard of was what would you eat that fell on the floor?
Right.
That's my 5 seconds.
That's what I thought too, John.
That's besides
That's a good
the
question,
point.
actually.
And if you would name 3 things that you can, that would be scary.
Yeah, definitely. So, in fact, I need to get Brian Bosio on the phone for this also, because
why not?
He's the reigning defending champion for the Stewart Police Department. So we've been running like an 11-week contest. So let's see if we can get him on the phone right now.
Good morning.
There he is. What's up, Boz?
What's happening?
So on the phone with us, we have a whole cast here. Megan's in studio. You know Megan, obviously.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little
bit. Okay. And you know, John Shainman is tapped into Zoom as well. So the competition is going to be fierce and rough for you, you know, since you're the reigning defending champion for the Stewart Police Department.
Yeah, we're dethroning him today.
Yeah.
I like your attitude.
So what we're going to do, we're going to play a game. It's called 5-second rule. And I'll explain the rules. It's very simple. You'll have to name 3 things, okay, 3 things in 5 seconds on a topic that I give you. There'll be a clock ticking, and then the buzzer will go off if you don't get it within the allotted 5-second time. All right, Bonnie's going to keep score for us. And I figure, you know what, John, we're going to start with you first, if that's all right with you, okay?
Okay.
All right, so John, in 5 seconds, I want you to name 3 landmarks in Washington, D.C. Go.
Lincoln Memorial, U.S. Capitol, Washington Monument.
Very good. Okay, John's
That's
got a
how it's
point.
played right
That's
there.
how the game is played.
That's
All
it.
right. All right. Very good. Bazio, it looks like you're gonna have a lot of competition here.
Well, just for clarification, this is a non-sanctioned scrimmage only, correct? My belt is not on the line.
Yes, the title's not on the line.
Okay.
All right, wait, we want to take bets?
Okay. All right. All right. So, Megan,
Oh, no.
name 3 outdoor living spaces. Ready? Go.
Outdoor. What does that even mean? Tents, pavilion.
Oh,
That was a weird question.
Well, I'm sorry. It came right there.
What's an outdoor living space?
Well, you can have a tree house, a tent, and a hole in the ground.
Yeah, okay.
I'll
Okay.
admit, Megan, that one struck me as
Yeah,
weird too.
that took me a second to
That-
even wrap my
yeah.
mind around.
Okay.
I get
All right.
that.
All right. Boz, here's your question. Ready?
Ready.
All right. Name 3 animals that live in the cold. Ready? Go.
Seals, whales, and polar bears.
No. See?
Good answers, but it was after
polar
the
bears.
buzzer.
So John is ahead right now. This is good. All right, John, you ready? Here's your question.
All right.
All right, here we go. Name 3 things you do before going to bed. Ready? Go.
Brush your teeth, floss, and brush your hair.
Very good. Wow.
Wow.
What John is smoking.
And such
The
insight
judges are
into
being
John's
very generous
life.
with the clock with Mr. Shaman.
I'm not
Well,
being
have you seen his
generous
hair?
with
It's
the
perfect.
clock.
Yeah.
Just John's got his
That's
act
the anchor
together.
hair work in there.
Yeah.
Gotta be nice and go to bed.
Yeah. All right, Megan, name 3 things important for sleep. Ready? Go.
Dark, quiet, melatonin.
Oh, I take melatonin. That's
That
a good
was
one.
excellent.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
All right, Boz, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Name 3 track and field events of the decathlon. Ready? Go.
I don't know, pole vault, running in circles, and throwing the heavy.
Running
ball.
in
I don't-
circles.
I have no
Running in
idea.
circles.
I wouldn't even know if he was inaccurate. He could have said
Wow.
anything.
That's okay. I like the synchronized goat milking they have there. That's a great
idea.
competition.
All righty. Well, I think we're back to John Shaman, right?
Yeah.
All right. Very
Yeah.
good. All right, John, you ready?
Ready.
This should be right up your alley here. Name 3 superheroes. Ready? Go.
Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman.
There you go. Okay. Wow, John is smoking.
So
God,
we
yeah, no,
have
he's really good and he's
3-0.
3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Megan has 1. Is
Okay.
on the scoreboard.
All right. Here we go. Megan, name 3 Italian restaurants. Ready? Go.
Olive Garden. Giuseppe.
What was that?
It hits, doesn't it?
Right?
It's just like, whew.
5 seconds
Okay.
is so fast.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. We're back to whose turn is it? Where am I
It
at?
would be Boz's.
It's Boz's.
turn. Yep.
All right. All right, Boz. Here we go. Name 3 types of cakes. Ready? Go.
Vanilla and velvet.
Okay.
Wow.
We'll take that one.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right. All right. John, you ready? You're ahead, John.
All right.
All right. You sound so enthused.
right.
Did we wake him at a bed this morning?
Hey, I rolled out of bed for you guys this
It is
morning.
his weekend.
Okay. All right. Oh, it's this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not
Okay.
working this weekend?
I'm not working today.
Okay.
But this is work. This is work. You're making me think at 8:30.
Okay. This is really going
And
to
he's
make
still
you
doing better than I am.
This is really going to make you think. All right. Here we go, John. Name 3 prescription medications. Ready? Go.
Cholesterol meds, aspirin.
Wrong. Nope, I'm not giving him aspirin.
No. All right, John. That's a
Luckily,
first
I only take one, so
Yeah,
there you go.
and I hope it's only aspirin. All right, Megan. Here's your turn.
Okay.
Name 3 types of chairs. Ready? Go.
Rocking chair, swivel chair, brown chair.
Brown chair.
I should have said
Brown
wood.
chair.
Wooden chair.
John, what does a brown chair have to do with anything?
But I think, what are the judges going to say
Wait a
with
minute.
that?
No,
Okay.
brown chair doesn't work. John,
no, it-
I want to hear what John's
it kind of
opinion
does.
is.
Um,
John, what do you a brown
It is
chair?
a chair. It's a kind of chair, a brown chair. You'd pick a brown chair.
Oh, so that means
Trying
we
to
have to
stick
give
up
her
for
a
you,
point.
mate.
yeah, I thought.
Hey,
I-
John. Thanks, John. You know
We'll
you're
give
winning
her the
anyways.
point.
Just give me one.
All right, Phil
Yeah.
says we have to give you a point.
Yeah, I say give her the point.
Thank
All
you all.
right, all right. Here we go. Whose turn is this? Is it John's?
It would be Boz's
Oh,
turn.
Boz's turn. Okay. All right, Boz. Name 3 daytime TV shows. Ready? Go.
Price is Right, Days of Our Lives, and Oprah.
Oh, good job.
Oprah's not on
the
anymore.
air.
Well, you didn't
So-
say it's still airing.
Oh, that's
You
true.
didn't
Yes,
specify.
yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Politically correct. All right, here we go.
I'm going to get the biggest whiner award of this game ever.
Yes, you are. All right, where are we at? We're going to John. now?
John,
All right,
yep.
all right. This will be John's final one because we want him to go back to sleep. He needs to get his beauty
Yeah.
rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Name 3 Chevrolet automobiles. Ready? Go.
Camaro, Corvette.
Good job.
Air?
Oh, a Bon Air.
John's good.
Yeah, that was
I feel like John would be good to bring to trivia.
John, what the heck's a Bon Air?
You don't know what a Bon Air is?
No, John, what's a Bon Air?
I think it was from the 50s, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That's
correct.
before my
that
time.
kind of like a Pontiac Bonneville or something.
Is John giving his age away?
I was going to say. Was that his second car?
Yeah, car that's in the Hobbit yard. All right. Whose turn, Bonnie?
It would be Megan's
All
turn.
right, Megan, here you go.
For all the money.
All right, for all the money here. Name 3 characters or recurring skits on Saturday Night Live. Ready? Go.
Oh gosh. Okay. I can't even get anything out in 5 seconds.
And she works for an NBC affiliate.
I know.
Yeah, I know, right? That just was not good.
And you
All
know, I'm
right.
going to be driving all day. Like, why didn't I think of that?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I've been quizzing myself in my mind.
We got Boz left.
Boz is
Boz is left. All right.
Boz's turn.
All right, Boz. Here's
and
your last
nobody
one.
can beat John at the moment, unfortunately to say.
Unfortunately, John's going to win
So,
this one.
yeah.
All right. Name 3 dinners that make great leftovers. Ready? Go.
Pizza, Chinese, and I don't know, fried chicken.
That works.
There you go.
Okay. And the winner of today's 5-second rule is from WPTV, John Shaman.
Yay.
It was worth him waking
Made it
up.
worth getting up.
Yeah, he gets the Fickle Finger of Fate Award. There you go. All right, John, I'll let you get back to bed there. And thank you so much for joining us. And best of luck to you. And we will see you somewhere down the road. I always run into you somewhere.
Yes, I'm actually. I actually put on a New York Mets shirt for you this morning.
Oh my God, I love it! I love it.
Great.
I absolutely. I would say. I'm afraid this is first morning look, so the hair may not be perfect.
Yeah, no.
How much hairspray do you use?
Oh, Phil, you're not supposed to ask that kind of question.
Oh, just a curious question. I was asking how much hairspray. That's all.
Hairspray.
Yeah.
Gel more than spray.
All right.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
All
Hairspray.
right.
John, we still love you on the
We
news.
love you, John.
We still love seeing your and Megan's amazing stories.
Thank you, guys. It's
Yeah.
always good to connect with you guys.
All right, man. Thanks for joining us this early. I appreciate it.
You bet it.
All
Thanks,
right, bye
John.
now.
Care.
All right, so John is gone. Do you like that? John
I
is
love
gone.
It's gone.
Made a poet.
You're
there.
a poet and you didn't even know it.
Yep. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take a trip down to Ellie's downtown deli, where Bonnie is standing by with some of the most delectable delights.
Where they're always serving fresh hot soup made fresh daily. And Chef Mark, he's at the deli right now making that soup just right. Just 2 different flavors, every morning from Monday through Saturday he's been working on. You can get fresh jumbo wraps. I would getting the Reuben wrap. If you already like a Reuben sandwich with the fresh corned beef, he puts pastrami in this Reuben too. You can get it with the coleslaw and the dressing. Get a side item of cool potato salad, maybe some black and green olives. And, you can stop in for a glass of beer or wine today with your lunch. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart now has their patio back open, plus they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're located 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stewart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
Time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold is opening up at $1,805.80 an ounce, and silver opening up at $19.23 an ounce. 8:41 right now. It's news time. Let's go to the news desk one final time this morning. Here's Bonnie.
Thanks, Evan. The Florida Department of Health confirms it is missing negative test results from labs across the state needed to give more accurate positive COVID-19 infection rates. And WPTV's Megan McRoberts has the details.
Well, one local doctor tells me it appears that the numbers being reported statewide by area labs appears to be far from accurate when it comes to the positivity rates. The health department confirms that there are some labs failing to report their negative results, but this doctor also feels the health department might be lagging behind in reporting the data they receive. In the mix of reporting hundreds of positive COVID-19 test results, hundreds of labs of all sizes statewide are reporting no negatives to the health department. It's concerning to lawmakers like Representative Toby Overdorf.
And we need to make sure that our local officials are getting the accurate data rather than data that is inflated because we don't have enough manpower.
Such as in our area at the VA Medical Center in West Palm, reporting 115 positives with no negatives. Lab 24 Inc. reporting 464 positive cases and 0 negatives. Florida Community Health Centers reporting 67 positives and no negatives. Florida Community Health Centers telling WPT they do not know why all of their numbers are not accurately reflected. The Department of Health, some smaller private labs in recent days have not been reporting negative test results, and they are working with them to correct that. But a local doctor believes the Department of Health is also failing to keep up with reporting data.
It's been made clear to us by the Department of Health that they are incapable of handling anywhere near the amount of data they've been receiving.
And it's affecting their patients.
And they're just terrified, confused. They're getting so many mixed messages.
Overdorf among those wanting to see more manpower to input data.
I know that overall our health departments are pretty much overwhelmed.
And he wants to ensure more thorough reporting from labs to ensure the most accurate infection rate possible.
It takes away from the overall validity of the testing. It takes away from that feeling that this is a situation that we can trust, that we can really look at what's happening here.
And there are more than 1,100 labs statewide that report to the health department. Of those, there were more than 400 that had 100% positive rates. We have reached out to some of those labs in our area. We'll let you know as soon as we start hearing back. I'm Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
There was frustration Wednesday for family seeking justice after a plea agreement for an accused killer fell apart at the last minute. WPTV's news anchor Michael Williams has this story.
Frustration for a Treasure Coast family seeking justice after a plea agreement for an accused killer falls apart at the last minute. Carlos Gilberto Arellano Ramirez was in a Fort Pierce courtroom where he was expected to plead no contest in the death of Sheila Hamner. The 74-year-old retired school bookkeeper was stabbed a number of times in 2016. After being read the plea agreement, though, Arellano Ramirez expressed confusion over what he had signed and moments ago said he wanted to go to trial. Hamner's family watched the proceedings in the courtroom. Initially, the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office had arrested Sheila's son, Kenny, for the crime. Those charges were dropped 2 months later. Prosecutors say they will drop the plea arrangement now and keep the possibility of the death penalty on the table.
Have you ever wondered how much some of Major League Baseball's biggest legends like Babe Ruth and Cy Young would be raking in today if they were playing today? Some researchers did, and rather than simply multiplying for inflation, they compared old schoolers to a similar current player. So, like, take for sake Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth's salary in 1930, 1931, well, he was making $80,000 when compared to Mookie Betts. He'd be making today $44.4 million. And take, for instance, Willie Mays from 1970, where his salary was $135,000 when compared to Mike Trout. Today, in the year 2020, he'd be making $33.6 million. News time is 8:46. Weather and traffic together are next.
8:47 the time. The Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Code Red. Your first, Bonnie.
There is an accident on the Turnpike. This is right at the Service Plaza in Fort Pierce, and there's no roadblock in both directions. An accident there, but pretty much you're going to get through. There's your latest look at traffic. It's 79 in Stewart. Here's more on our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, some patchy fog and coastal rainfall are possible, as well as having a light breeze along the coast. This afternoon, partly sunny, hot, and breezy with high temperatures around 90 degrees and winds out of the east. Rainfall chances will decrease along the coast and increase inland throughout the afternoon, with isolated to scattered showers and a few thunderstorms possible. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email. WSTU@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
$8:50 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Special guest Megan McRoberts, and it's time to take a trip up the Florida Turnpike to the home office at Yeehaw Junction, where we just picked up today's top 10 list, and it's been driven with a police escort by my daughter down to Jupiter, where Phil from Phil's Notebook is standing by with today's top 10 list. I promise you, you're going to want to listen to this one because you may never hear this ever, ever, ever again in the history of this radio show.
Thank you, Evan. And from the home office of Yeehaw Junction, Florida, top 10 rejected Megan stories.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there's many more than 10.
Top 10 rejected Megan McRoberts news stories. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Number 10, people who keep thinking it's Tuesday.
that would make good news. Yeah. It's relatable.
I think that was me yesterday going into her story.
Yeah.
Number 9, manly men who worship Judy Garland.
Be rejected.
Number 8, problems of guys named Don.
Problems of guys named Don. Okay.
Well, yeah. Number 7, People who have seen Evan naked.
Oh wow. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Wouldn't make the news.
Yeah,
No.
definitely not. Okay.
Number 6, a new drug allows Cocoa Puffs bird to consume Cocoa Puffs.
I think that would make the news.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be a possibility.
All right.
Definitely on so we'll get clicks for that one.
All right.
Number 5, do ranchers actually use ranch dressing?
No.
I don't think that would be rejected either. People want to know.
Yeah.
Details at 11.
Details, yes. Lead story.
Number 4, people who swear WPTV anchor Michael Williams stares in their window at night.
Oh my gosh. He would love to hear that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Nicest guy ever, too.
Number 3, pit bulls who can smell fear and pie.
Oh boy.
Number 2, women who just can't forget.
What?
That's it.
We had that earlier today.
That's it.
And number 1, groupies of professional bowlers. And there's your top 10 list.
Oh boy.
He knows me well.
Yeah. Wow.
Did you like that, Megan?
I did like that. That was great. Did he come up with
Phil
that
writes
himself?
all this material.
Yes.
That was pretty clever.
That's all
Well, I
right.
have a little YouTube show that it's kind of like the old Johnny Carson, David Letterman humor, you know.
I love it.
So I do.
And
I
a
do
little
that.
poodle that sits on his piano.
Yeah.
while
Yeah,
doing
my
the
dog
show.
Snowy.
Snowy.
She's my band leader.
That's all right. Because every
Great.
time he gives us a top 10, I have a top 5.
Yes.
So here we go. The top 5 signs the parakeet is planning to break out of its cage.
Oh,
Okay. Top 5 signs the parakeet is planning to break out of its cage. Number 5, you found a little tiny fingernail file at the bottom of the cage.
Oh.
Okay.
little bitty bitty.
Yeah, the little bitty. Number
Gotta watch for
4,
that.
number 4, he chewed a piece of cardboard into the shape of a gun. You know how they like to chew?
That's one clever bird.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Number 3, while changing the papers, you noticed the start of a small tunnel that has been dug.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. I hate when that happens.
Yeah. Number 2, crows outside holding sign that says, quote, free parakeet.
Oh, I know.
And number 1, he keeps whistling the theme from Close Encounters.
Ah, yeah.
And there's your top 5 reasons the parakeet is planning to break out.
And Leonard Skinner shows up for a live performance at your house of Free Bird.
Free bird.
Oh,
I know that was
Oh.
I actually think
Wow.
that's the best one. Yeah.
There you
No
go.
offense.
Wow, Bonnie coming out of nowhere on that one.
Bonnie with the zinger.
Geico
Wow.
will have to come out with a new commercial with,
Yes.
like you see the rat. We have a rat problem.
Oh gosh.
The guys from Rat.
You're gonna be
Oh,
watching
my.
the movie Ben.
Oh my.
Those are the best commercials.
Lord have
Yeah.
mercy. Without a doubt. Let me summon Bentley to the microphone, please.
ring, sir.
Yes, Bentley. Don't forget,
Yes.
you have to call Lakeisha. I have the phone number for your coffee date. So please remember to do that.
Okay, sir.
Um,
you insist.
Yes, Miss McRoberts is going to be leaving her shortly. So is there any parting words that you have for Megan?
Big fan, and I love. If you ever need play toast made, I make the best.
Thank you. I'll take you up on that.
Okay. Bentley,
Enjoy your date.
back on your perch, Bentley. Thank you.
Sir.
Okay, very well. Fredo,
Yeah, man.
how was breakfast this morning?
Breakfast was awesome as always.
Okay.
And thank Megan for being here,
Happy
writing
to.
up the day.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Anything else you want to say to Miss McRoberts?
No, because I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh. Respect that.
Yeah, he's a ladies' man.
That's
he has
right,
a tendency.
right. Yes.
Yes,
He kept
without-
it very
yes.
professional
Yes.
this morning.
Very
Yes.
G-rated,
Yes.
unlike the other times.
Which is unusual for him.
Which is very
No.
unusual. Phil, do you have anything you want to ask?
No, I'm a big fan. I play your reports here on the air too. So
Yeah, thanks for doing that. We always appreciate
And
it.
I hope you enjoyed the top 10. That was a pleasure to write that.
That was funny. I'm blown away by your creativity. I could never come up with stuff like that.
And to think he does this like 2-3 times a week.
Yeah, that's
with the top
hard.
10.
And then I do a 10-minute, like I said, a 10-minute internet show once a month, and that's a whole nother process too. So it's a lot. Trust me.
You do great work.
And, I try. So I try, but thank you.
Absolutely.
And we thank you for you bringing us the news stories and, adding light to our
you
news.
are.
Absolutely.
You're man. Let me tell you what makes and we've got like 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
I just want to know what makes you tick. That's what I want to know.
She's being worshipped here
Like,
today.
hey, can I come every morning? Just tell me more about
Absolutely.
myself. Like in a bad way, or make what keeps me motivated?
Just what makes you tick when you're out there. We listen to the actualities.
Competition, I think.
And when you're doing these activities, you're this totally different person. And now you're in studio with us, and you're just like this fun-loving person that just doesn't have a care in the world.
Yeah, like you're a part of the Brady Bunch or something.
Exactly.
I feel like I belong here.
Yeah.
Made the wrong career choice. No, I
No.
think we're very motivated by trying to make a difference in people's lives, and with a little bit of competition in the mix. We're all competitive by nature, and
You can
and
tell
we love
though,
this community. So
you can tell you're very passionate too, and that takes something very special about a news reporter. That to be very passionate about what they do, because anybody can just stand in front of the camera and read a prompter or tell a story. But when you report, though, it's like you and John both. You can hear the passion and all the anchors at News Channel 5. You can hear the passion in everybody's voice.
Yeah, and it's not, we're not everyone's best friend. A lot of people don't love the music. Gotta like what you do, because you're not always going to get praise.
Well, that's a wrap for the Thursday edition of the Get Up and Go show with the whole entire cast and crew. Bentley, thank you for being here. Say goodnight, Bentley.
Good night, sir.
Thank you very much. Fredo, please say goodnight, Fredo.
Good night, Fredo.
All right, that's Fredo. He's out of here. Let me see, who else did I forget? Oh, Phil. Phil, thanks for being here, Phil. We'll talk to
Forget
you
about me over here.
Yeah. Want to thank my wife for calling in, talking about bin deals once again. And, of course, Megan McRoberts for making the guest appearance on the radio program. Megan, thank you so much for
Happy to
being
be
here.
It was fun.
We're WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's Heritage Station. As always, we say Chow mein,
Honduras.
and Arriva Dirty. In the words of Ellen DeGeneres, be kind to one another.
And just keep smiling throughout the day ahead.
Have a great day, folks. We'll see you back here for the Friday edition. Bye-bye for now.